you can't cut through, like I don't keep count on you. I am a volcano, fire and flood. I am a volcano, boiling blood. I am a volcano, pray I never explode. I am a volcano, reap what you sow. You take my calm for hollow ground. Say I'm quiet 'cause I don't get loud. Dig your heels where the fault lines run. Take a gift as a sign you won. Every line you step across, you don't count it as a cost. Every inch you take for me, you disguise your greed as humility. Your kingdom built on a stolen grace. When kingdom comes, it leaves no trace. I am a volcano, fire and flood. I am a volcano, boiling blood. I am a volcano, pray I never explode. I am a volcano, reap what you
Check. Check. Everybody there? Is everybody in? Yeah. Hi. I think that's a song I wrote called Volcano a long time ago that I've had in sort of demo limbo for a very long time. And I kind of repurposed it and grew it. And I think I'm going to call it No More Mr. Nice Guy. I think that's a good name for that, I think, as well. Going to Budapest in June. That's a great time to go, I would guess. Ever think of doing a solo music gig with a put together mixture? Well, no, I have like guys that play in 01. They just play live with me. So yes, that's a 01 tune. I mean, I'm the main songwriter in 01. I wrote all the tunes. So it's not that surprising. I just bring it to the guys and go, here's what we're doing. It used to be the Hal Sparks band, but originally I was just like, I played the Viper Room the first time with just Hal Sparks, and everybody's like, Hal's doing stand-up at the Viper Room? And then I made the Hal Sparks band, like, oh. And then I was like, you know what? I need people to, No More Mr. Nice Guy it's also a Jackie Chan film. I don't think, titles aren't the problem. So thank you for praying to Jesus Trump, by the way. I'm very happy with the title of today's show, which of course is Jesus Take the Happy Meal. And, in line with all this BS, we have, thank you, Cheryl, my vocal range is improving nicely. Maybe I'll call it some more Mr. Nice Guy if that bothers you about the Alice Cooper thing. But because I'll never give up on being a nice guy. That's the thing. So yeah, it's getting there. And here's my trick. Now I'm getting really good in studio and my little microphone over here, which I keep using because it has a red light in it, not because it's my best microphone. And I think it's time to get a better one. Although this one works very well, I don't want to have to spend as much time tweaking stuff. And part of it's just getting a better product, straight out of the gate, So, but yeah. So there you go. Yeah, my range is getting really good. It's nice. I'm worried that that Nerd Halen will chip away at it a little bit because singing like Dave is not proper technique style. I got to find a way to do that. I've been working on it. Like, how do I keep my voice safe while doing that? And then, of course, it's interesting that I'm getting more comfortable with the Sammy stuff. But what are you going to do? So, these are not real problems. I'm okay with this. You know what I mean? If you find you've got the notes and you can once in a while, bad guy, there you go. If you find you have the notes, it's like, okay, I got them. Now I got to keep them, right? Now I got to be a pro about this. And considering I talk all the time for a living, yeah, why can't this be love? We do that one. Yeah, with that that's the easier one. It's Dreams and 5150 and yeah, those tunes. Yeah, Sammy Davis Jr. Yeah, that's exactly right. I gotta tell you, man, singing like this, you can't go wrong. Nice, Bicycle Mike. Thank you. Yes. So Swalwell resigning from Congress certainly does not make him look innocent. I agree. Yeah, that is the word on the street. And I gotta say, bye-bye. Like, any hope I had for that dude was based on him being a decent person. If that is not the case, then who gives a shit, right? It wasn't like, I'm like, oh, okay, he seems all right. It's like kind of like Avenatti. Like at the time, Avenatti seemed fine, and then you find out who he truly is. And this does not hurt us bad. No, it does not. Like it's silly. Like it by no means does. He wasn't anywhere near the most vocal of the House, and it doesn't make the charges go away. And they can try and lay him at his feet, and he can fucking run off. And they can say, there goes the Russiagate or some shit like that. Like, get out of here. The case is the case is the case. If your prosecutor gets busted for being gross in court, like if he's in his private life while you're in court, that doesn't mean the case, like the evidence against you goes bad. Like, get the fuck out of here. As a matter of fact, under any other circumstance, this is watch for Trump to fucking defend him. But only if it turns out that he's guilty, right? Only if it actually goes through like, well, women, right? Like, get out of here. No. So I like, all that innocent till proven guilty. Yes, agreed. But in the face of this and what the charges are and the women that are coming out, I will believe the women until proven otherwise. I think that's the safest route to go, especially because it's multiple women and multiple witnesses, as our dear friend Cliff Schechter pointed out this morning. So, yeah, no. Yeah, he can get a job at Mar-a-Lago. Spa or not spa, these are his choices, I think. So, like, I again, no reservations about this at all, and I have not heard him come out, with a vociferous defense of himself or any of that stuff. I'm like, so again, it's not like his seat will go red. So again, not a worry in that regard. So yeah, I believe in due process as well. So we'll leave it there. But in terms of politics, in terms of representing Our party or any of that, goodbye. See how easy that is, maggots? Now try that with Trump. Swalwell has, at current count, 4 women who've come out, not counting the witnesses and other people, 4 women who've come out about this. Trump has 27, including a 13-year-old child at the time. So watch and learn. That's what I would say. So, nah, just fucking nope. Bye-bye. This, well, I don't even, that's, I just want to show you guys the thumbnail on some of these. Like, we don't even have to watch this because who needs it? But this is the, this was Candace Owens. This is top of the line criticism from Candace Owens about Donald Trump. That's her calling him. Yeah. Like, and by the way, that's not new. There's a big, like the current maggot. I don't know if the idea is that he turned gay or something like that, right? Because they believe people turn gay. All prison sex aside, which is not really being gay. It's just men doing what men do in very tight quarters. I would say gay is when you actually aren't just sexually attracted to the to the same sex, but you are capable of loving them as well. See, that's why it's gay as opposed to just homosexual.
I love that feeling. Zipper hoods have got the goods. Owie, owie, oh.
I don't.
I love that feeling.
So, who can say? Really? Yeah, all I can say is they are digging deep. I think that was triggered by the fact that that he went after the Pope. But it also was apparently he was at the UFC fight. He was shaking hands with one of the fighters, and he kept talking about how good looking the guy was and how he's too good looking to be a fighter and all that stuff. So that was weird, and they were reacting to it as such, right? Let's see. And we'll go to this one. And of course, obviously the big story that's going very, very well. And everybody, which is Trump apparently portraying himself as a doctor. Oh, shit. Or as Jesus. Now, most of the doctors that I go to do wear robes like this, but that's because I'm into the homeopathy. You know what I mean? The laying on of hands. And look, just because it involves the laying on of hands. Yeah, hey, stop it. All right. I'm just saying, whatever makes you feel better. I'm not here to yuck anybody's yum. But yeah, he called him beautiful. He called the wrestler beautiful. So that was fun. Okay. So obviously we saw this. This is weird. Yes, it's sacrilegious. Yes, it's grotesque. All those things. And then she does this almost shellacking of herself, and it's like they AI'd everything. Like, look at her. Like, first of all, Megyn Kelly, you're holding up fairly well. Obviously, whoever your adrenochrome supplier is kicking. But she's completely like Carrie Laked over here. Like, these look like paintings. And then she took this one of him and blah, 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 blah. That's just wrong on so many fronts, if I may. There's no way today we don't have a nut warning. So just deal. Okay. That's all. We're going to just do this up front. Just, cause Lordy be, it's going to be a rough one in that Before we'll see. I don't know where she goes with this because I have not pre-watched this. So let's dive in, shall we? Trump posting image portraying himself as Jesus draws massive backlash before he deletes it. Okay, first of all, real quick. According to him, he's dressed as a doctor and slash faith healer slash laser man. Also, citation needed that he deleted it. I call bullshit, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think for a fucking second that he deleted the picture.
This is some bullshit. We see through it. This is some bullshit. Can't undo it.
Because I got to tell you, I don't think so. I think his staff did that because they were like, oh, fuck, have you read everything? And I think all of his deleted posts are somebody else doing it. Just saying. Okay, here we go.
President Trump has picked up a new feud with Pope Leo the 14th.
14th what? Sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
Seems like a great time to start a feud with a Catholic Pope.
Yeah, in our 250th year when it's an American Pope. And what do you expect the Pope to be like? Yeah, fuck him up.
I will be the first to tell you the Pope has been critical of this war. I'm Catholic, obviously.
Why is that obvious? Why would that be obvious to anyone? You have been defending a predator up to this point, up until your recent snap. You've been all in on this dude who said you were bleeding from your wherever and who was best friends with Roger Ailes, the dude who sexually harassed you out of a fucking job. So again, based on what are we to assume in any of, even in the most broad characterization, that you are Catholic? Unless they give you an ID card or something.
He's been critical of this war. And as he's been critical of it, it occurred to me that it was just a matter of time before President Trump would lash out at him.
Because he's a petty weenie of a man.
And he did. So it wasn't great. It was predictable. And no Catholic loves this, but you...
Well, you don't have to love it for it to be a sin. You just have to let it go. Yeah, you just got to look the other way. Pretend you don't see that sin.
could see it coming. And it's hard to say that Trump is completely...
Said an actress to a bishop.
...out of line, because whenever he gets attacked, whether it's by a journalist or a talking head or a pope...
You know, a pope and pope, the pope.
He punches back. All right. You could definitely question the wisdom of doing this.
Yeah, I was about to say I do, but that's not true. I don't question the wisdom of it. First of all, I would not assume even for a fucking second that there is any wisdom involved in any of this, even in, you know, the lightest possible, quirky, ironic version of the word. So no, there's nothing wise about this man at all. So there aren't degrees of wisdom in anything that he does. Secondly, no, I don't question it. I call it out. It's fucking gross. It's insane. It's, it is anti-Christian at base, which you guys should know, and if you don't believe me, ask both Corinthians.
With, President Trump leads a nation of 330 million people. Pope Leo leads about 1.4 billion Catholics across the world.
Wow. Just laying Pope dick right on his forehead. That's right. Okay, little man.
But President Trump doesn't care. He doesn't.
Well, yeah, I think you can basically stop there and move on.
And he wouldn't even care if the majority of Americans were Catholic, which they're not. But he would.
You're very weird. You're a very weird person, Megyn Kelly. You're very weird. But keep sweeping.
This is what he does. If he perceives you as coming at him, he will come at you. So he lashed out last night at the Pontiff on Truth Social.
Yeah, it's noticed. And I noticed real quick. I noticed you when you said the press, the pundit class, and the Pope, which the three Ps, I guess. But you left out the victims of his sexual assaults because he attacks them too. Just, I mean, I understand why you left him out, but I'm just saying.
Writing in part, quote, Pope Leo is weak on crime and terrible for foreign policy. I mean,
Sorry, go ahead.
he's not a politician. Okay, whatever. I don't want a pope, writes Trump, who criticizes the president of the United States because I'm doing exactly what I was elected in a landslide to do. Are you, Mr. President?
Damn, watch out. Here she comes.
Were you elected to start another Middle East war? I don't think so.
Well, apparently he was. Fuck you guys. We told you. No, you don't get to. This isn't what I wanted. We all told you he was lying. We all told you he was full of shit. At what point did you like, well, he didn't mean any of the rest of that shit and he was lying for years, but now he really means it. No, healthcare in 2 weeks, a better plan than Obamacare, killing it in just 2 weeks away. Okay, maybe that turned out to be a complete fucking fabrication, but this time he really means it until
President Trump reiterating his criticism of the Pope.
He also said Leo wouldn't be Pope if it wasn't for him. That the Catholic Church picked their Pope based on trying to do Trump a solid. So I don't know if she's going to mention that. I doubt it.
Joint Base Andrews last night. Watch.
I don't think he's doing a very good job. He likes crime.
It's not a job, fucko.
Yes, he hit us. Think of it. He's worried about fear. What about the fear when the ministers and the priests and all of those great people that were arrested during COVID?
They weren't arrested during COVID. What the ever-loving shit are you talking about? This is a fiction. This is garbage.
And in many cases, they're outside 10 feet apart.
Yeah, nobody got arrested for social distancing and doing their church services outside. You fucking moron. You were president at the time.
And they were arrested. So
they were not. They were not arrested.
We don't like it. We don't like a...
Who's fucking we? Who's we?
Pope that's going to say that it's okay to have a nuclear weapon.
Yeah, he's not okay with us having nuclear weapons, much less them. That's not the point either. And again, you're going to find a solution to getting rid of nuclear weapons. So the only way we can do it now is anybody that has nukes that we don't like, that refuses to just dump them themselves, we're going to bomb them. You can see why a pope might have an issue.
We don't want a pope that says crime is okay in our cities. I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't think he says, I don't think the Pope said crime is okay in our cities. I don't know where that came from. I mean, he might be, Jesus hanging out with hookers, lepers, and thieves might have been, part of the kind of, maybe you're misreading it. I mean, you never even opened a Bible, so.
I'm not a big fan of Pope Leo. He's a very liberal person. And
yeah, like that fucking Jesus homo. Remember that guy? Jeez. Walking around in a dress all day, in a garden or some shit, gets attacked. And then, one of his buddies cuts the ear off the Roman soldier. And instead of going, yeah, cut the other one, he puts it back on. What a wuss.
He's a man that doesn't believe in stopping crime. He's a man that doesn't think that we should be toying with a country that wants a nuclear weapon. So
I'm sorry. It's a toying now. It's not a war. It's not a military operation. We're just toying with them. Look, this dude is not nearly, he's not attractive at all, but he's not attractive enough to be the Antichrist. So I'm not even giving him that much credit. Marjorie Taylor Greene said this had Antichrist energy, which I get where she's going with it or whatever. He's clearly Timu Antichrist, but this is anti-Jesus. How about that? He's very anti-Jesus. He's the anti-Jesus.
And blow up the world. I'm not a fan of Pope Leo.
What are you looking at me like that for? He's your dude, idiot.
Now, it's not entirely clear what spurred Trump's wrath, but it does appear the president was made aware, in addition, I'm sure, of the recent criticism by the Pope, of a 60 Minutes report last night on the Pope's and the Catholic Church's opposition. First of all, yes, to the Iran war, but to war.
Yeah, we get it. We understand. Yeah, I'm not Catholic, but I get the gist.
In general, the Catholic Church has been pretty clear on that. No one's tried to sugarcoat the Catholic Church's.
Well, they've been pretty clear on it, I guess, after they killed all the Templars and forced the Freemasons underground. Sorry, I should have done that a little better. Where is it? There we go. Forced the Freemasons underground. I mean, we wouldn't have needed an enlightenment if we hadn't been driven into darkness. Just saying.
Opposition to war. They're pretty big on Jesus and his
Yeah, he's not, though.
teachings, which do not include promotion of war.
That's right. That is true. I've thumbed through it, and I don't see any direct. You tell him.
But here's a sample of what we saw in 60.
This past week, he issued a rare condemnation of President Trump's threat to destroy Iranian civilization. The Pope called it, quote, truly unacceptable. He also took the...
Yeah, I could say I'm not a Catholic, but it's nice that we, the Pope and I can, have a bonding moment on that. Totally agree with you on that one. You go, dude, in funny hat.
Unusual step of issuing a call to action.
If God hates the top of your head so much, why does he live in the sky? Sorry.
Contact the authorities, political leaders, congressmen, to ask them, tell them to work for peace and to reject war always.
The whole
True. Work for peace and reject war always is kind of the key aspect of the. Okay.
Holy Father usually avoids calling out President Trump by name or any member of his administration. But in a Palm Sunday homily, he appeared to reference the religious...
I love homily. It's great. I mean, it's the third best way to eat corn.
Language. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, who is Christian but not Catholic, often
Well, again, based on what?
uses to frame the war.
Blessed be the Lord, my rock, who trains my hands for war and my fingers for battle.
So that I can hit someone with the rock.
Leo warned that Jesus, quote, does not listen to the prayers of those who wage war.
Yeah, that tracks. Don't believe me? Go get John Fugelsang's book. I highly recommend it. The Separation of Church and Hate, available on every online bookstore and also Barnes & Nobles. If you have an actual bookstore near you, they probably carry it. Go out and get yourself a copy.
Okay, it is a little, it feels off that Pete Hegseth keeps praying
Does it?
at these briefings.
Oh, okay. Real quick. No, I want to straighten this out real quick, if I may. He's not praying. He's using Jesus' words as branding, as an excuse to cover his ass with the right wing about a war they hate. So he's just, he's borrowing, he might as well be standing up there singing, "You deserve a break today." So go, like that. It's not like he actually is a believer, lady.
He's doing as if it's all in the name of God. The bombing of Iran, in which 170 young girls were killed. That's not in the name of God.
Oh, by the way, that you know of.
Okay, definitely not in the name of Jesus. I wish he would just check the Jesus talk, the God talk at the Pentagon.
But we like God. We got more God now, and religion's making a big comeback. Graham, you're a great salesman selling that bullshit to these idiots. God and religion, very important religion.
Briefings.
Thank you.
Right.
Somebody just noticed the title of the show. Bless you. Thank you.
Called the Department of War. I understand he has a job to do. It's not appropriate there. You pray on Sunday, pray every morning on your knees to God. But while you're updating us on the number you've killed, which necessarily has included some civilians, we don't mention Jesus. Don't talk
Yeah, you might wake him up and he's going to be pissed.
about God. Don't act like he's sanctioning what you're doing. Okay.
Well, that's exactly what he's doing. He's precisely acting like God is sanctioning what he's doing. And I would like to ask any maggot anywhere how this is any different than some fuckhead who shoots up a bar yelling Allahu Akbar is. What's the difference? What's the difference? I mean, would it make a difference at all if Pete Hegseth came out and just said Allahu Akbar at the end of every sentence about who's died? Or started saying, Inshallah, we destroy their civilization. What's the fucking difference?
Okay. And that leads me to President Trump's obvious misstep.
Misstep. Ma'am, if I may, this was not an accident. This is not unfortunate. He's a piggish, evil fuck. And he thinks he's got religious people, specifically religion and God. He's got you assholes wrapped around his pinky so he can do anything he fucking wants. And if you whinge about it, he can threaten you and you'll fold like a fucking card table. So no, it's not accidental and unfortunate, a misstep. He knew exactly what he was fucking doing. And if he isn't in control of his, if he has no control of his mental capacity, then maybe it's time for him to go.
The weekend. It wasn't the clapback at Pope Leo. I mean, I've been through this before. I was a Catholic back when he was attacking Pope Francis during his first run.
Lighten up, Francis.
For office. And now it's Pope Leo. You just knew it was coming. It was like TikTok. You knew it was coming.
Right. Because anyone who has real ethics will be a target of his ire. Inevitably. Why don't you say that's why, though? Is it just because he hates popes? No, it's because they're going to say something that is in line with the ethics and morals and beliefs of the deepest level of what Catholics believe, even if they don't live up to it all the time. But what they at least aspire to, they're going to say that, and he's going to shit on them because that fucks up his plan.
But.
And it is a big but.
What we didn't know was coming was this absolutely absurd, offensive meme.
We didn't know this was coming? You're shitting me, right? Like Stephen Miller is telling him to go to the Temple on the Mount, have it with Israeli forces, the idea of to drive out the Muslims, reclaim it, and declare himself God. For real. You know this, right? You know that, like, if we just could get him to do this, if he could just declare himself God, actually.
AI-generated version of a picture showing Donald Trump as Jesus.
Well, fat Jesus, but sure.
He tweeted this out, posted it on Truth Social.
Also changed the top of it, apparently. There was originally a version of this that didn't have the sort of demonic dead soldiers up there. It was just angels, and then they created, well, I don't know what the fuck this is. This was like the third iteration. They're like, that's it, more demons.
I'm sure you've seen it by now, but if you haven't, for listening audience, it is President Trump as Jesus with his hand on the head of a sick patient in bed.
Oh, no. I'm not assuming the man is sick. You're giving him far too much fucking credit. I think he's dead, and Trump is raising him from the dead. This is Trump exactly being Jesus. This is Lazarus / Jeffrey Epstein.
And a demon behind him and a light glowing around him. It is.
Well, apparently maybe they're just jealous.
Obviously him purporting to be God. That is what he's doing. And it is blasphemous.
Yeah, technically though.
By any definition of that word. I actually just looked it up just to have it at the ready.
Sorry, you had to look up blasphemy? You're a 3-time Trump voter and you had to look up blasphemy? That tracks, actually. That makes sense. Yeah.
Blasphemy is irreverence towards sacred entities. But here's a longer definition. The act.
Please, yeah, don't give us the cheap one.
Of showing great disrespect, contempt, or defiance toward God, sacred persons, or holy things, insulting, mocking, or slandering the divine.
Which, by the way, anytime, Trump aligns himself with any divine character, it's slanderous.
It's what he's done.
If I was Jesus, I'd sue.
It's completely inappropriate, and he knows it. I don't know why the president's getting so desperate for attention that he
Sorry, you think this is new?
feels the need to mock 1.4 billion Catholics.
Yeah, he's not just... No. I appreciate you making this personal, but he's not mocking 1.4 billion Catholics. He's laughing in the face of all Christians and calling you guys fucking suckers. Congratulations, you're getting the suckers and losers treatment. Now you kind of know what military people and veterans felt like when he said, I like my heroes, who don't get captured. That kind of shit. Yeah, same fucking thing, lady. He's not mocking Catholics with this one. All Christians. It's kind of in the name.
It's enough, okay? It's enough with this nonsense. I know you love getting a rise out of people. I know you're really enjoying.
Wait. How'd you know? I do. I got to admit, I do enjoy getting a rise out of. Oh, she's talking to Trump. Sorry, I thought I was having a moment with Meghan and her Georgia O'Keeffe painting.
Being subversive. You upset all the right people. I get it, but
why would that be all the right people?
Why?
Because he's got 27 credible sexual assault and rape charges waiting in the wings. He was Jeffrey Epstein's wingman for 25 years. He never kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago and arguably helped him escape prison. So I don't know why you even need to ask about something like this. This doesn't even chart with the rest of the shit he's done.
Last week it was Muslims. Now it's Catholics. Who's next? I bet you it's not going to be the Jews.
Damn. Whoa. Ouch. Well, he kind of already has. That whole thing about Jews liking Israel more than the United States is a backhanded compliment he throws their way all the time. Miriam Adelson, I bet she loves Israel. I said, do you like Israel or do you like America? I asked her that, and she, yeah, right, all that shit. Yeah.
It's not going to be the Israelis. I promise.
Well, it might be. It would be Jews before it would be Israelis. That's the ironic part.
Do that. That's not coming.
Sorry. Just stack this with those things that I was like, do you think Megyn Kelly thought this is what she would be saying a year ago?
This is completely wrong. The president should take down that meme.
Somebody else took it down for him.
He should apologize, which is
You're adorable.
something he never, ever does.
Right, because, asking for forgiveness. Good God, that's a little Jesus-y, don't you think?
But he doesn't care. He won't. He's not going to apologize because he's not sorry.
Right, yes, you're onto something.
Now, he must be feeling some sort of blowback because it's literally just breaking now that the president deleted the meme.
No, he didn't. He did not. No, his people deleted it. Oh, my God. Thank you for gifting the memberships. Appreciate that. I just saw that go by.
He must be feeling how much he's
No, he's not feeling anything at all. Somebody else took that down. Fuck you, lady.
misstepped with that particular meme. So somebody got to him and said, take it down.
Yeah, that's what they did. And they were like, take it down. He's like, I'm sorry, shit. Give me a second. Where was it? Okay. Threat to destroy a civilization. When attacking Tucker and Megyn and stuff like that. There it is. Oh, somebody else already got it. Yeah. Thanks, staff.
You've offended 1.4 billion Catholics who have done
What? Sorry, the rest of the Christians are just kind of like, I thought it was kind of cool, actually.
nothing to you. In fact, many of us have done nothing but support you.
Right, which is the whole, like, Catholic. All right.
But support you when you get attacked over and over and over. And
Real quick, Could it? I'm gonna float. All right, I'm gonna float an idea right now. I'm gonna lay it out there. Perhaps the attacks had validity, and that all the people you criticized for doing that were actually onto something, and the regret you should have is not necessarily about him, but how shitty you were to people who were going, "Psst, hey, dummy, he's a fucking rapist." Like, maybe. That's it. Am I? All right.
We would appreciate not being mocked for our religious beliefs.
But he doesn't know what your religious beliefs actually are. And I got to be honest, I'm not quite sure, considering you voted for him, what they are either.
Something you seem to be increasingly fond of doing across most, but not all religions.
Mm-mm. Well, his daughter's married to a Jew and converted, so she's Jewish. And Eric and Don Jr., I think they only worship at the porcelain idol, like late on a Saturday night.
I don't know what he's doing, but the president
I do. He's being himself.
is spiraling downward in his
He was always this way, dipshit. Take some responsibility. I'm fine.
poll numbers. He is on a downward spiral now. We'll talk about in a minute
Really? You think there's a bottom below this?
what's happening with the white working class. That's Trump's base. And he's now underwater with them. We saw one poll about 7 to 10 days ago showing it. And now there's another. There's no question. He's collapsed now with the white working class. My friends, that's it. Other than Fox News boomers, there's no one left.
Damn. Oh, you mean like the dudes that ran you out of your, that you apologized and you kind of started carrying water for after? Never mind. What's the one guy you have on your show all the time who also lost his job for sexually harassing somebody at, I think it was CNN or everything? Never mind.
There's no one left in the original MAGA coalition. White working class?
Mm-hmm.
I really look forward to the people who purport to speak for the white working class, people who have written whole books about the working class and what's important to them, people who have been ripping on the so-called podcast class for.
Ooh. You think this isn't a job, okay? You think it's easy polishing these turds every day? You think it's easy? Huh? You think I don't have a job? You grease monkey? Get the fuck off my lawn. That's my best Megyn Kelly.
Being critical of this war and how they're completely irrelevant and no one listens to them. I really look forward to those people updating their reporting to tell us what's actually happening among the Trump base now.
Well, they are. I mean, I've seen a lot of articles on, Daily Beast and other sites, New York Times, Washington Post. I think MS Now obviously has covered it a lot. Fox tap dances around it a lot, but they try to, anyways.
Because they want him to focus on the economy.
I don't know that they do. He was focused on the economy last year and he fucked it up. He fucked it up.
On
Sort of a Big Lebowski quote, just barely.
inflation, not on Iran. That's what they want.
Tell him, mommy. Tell him. Give him a spanking. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Now I know, we all know what it feels like to be one of Megyn Kelly's kids when you put a drink on the coffee table without a coaster.
They don't give two shits about the Strait of Hormuz,
I'll move it right now, Mom. I'm sorry. I'm just sorry.
about Karg Island, about blockades in the Middle East. They care about their pocketbooks and being.
Sorry. The largely male MAGA base carries pocketbooks. Interesting. I'm starting to understand where some of the conflict internally might arise. I have to look into that.
Able to pay their mortgages and their grocery bills and their car payment without getting that sickening feeling in their stomach.
Oh, you mean like think they were increasingly able to do under Biden and they were always able to do under Obama? What's that like?
They don't have unlimited funds.
Please run a gold ad. Please run a gold ad. Please run a gold ad.
Thanks for watching this clip. If you're new here, subscribe. We got
I am.
a whole lot more
No.
goodness where that came from.
I'm not
Would
going to
love
do it.
to hear your feedback. You can
No.
email me too, Megan, Megyn at
Oh, yeah, I think we know.
megankelly.com, or just leave a comment below.
I'm not going to. I'm really not.
But join the community by becoming
No, I'm not. As a matter of fact, goodbye. Is she pregnant? No. She's I think she's past her breeding years, or she's done. I think she has 3 kids, 4 kids. She's got a few. She's got a couple. She's got a couple of kids in there, you know. By the way, I didn't get, let's see, next up, can we go straight to this fucking, okay, Blue Chew. Just do a Blue Chew ad. Like, yeah, for all us, like all the dudes who sexually harassed her at Fox, and like, are you feeling rapey, but your Johnson won't work? Now you can keep being disgusting for decades. Blue Chew. I've said many times, I think most men, it would be good for us to just, accept the days of our penis going, I'm good. Like mature. This is how you become wise, is you're like, okay, I no longer have to listen to my penis at all. Like he's not bothering me. Once he stops waking you up in the morning, I don't know what that's like, but I'm sure it happens. Then you're free. All right. So this nonsense is what I was talking about. Jesus, take the Happy Meal. This is they staged a little play for you for the no tax on tips thing. They did a little skit. They did a little skit for you. And she's wearing a DoorDash grandma. She's doing an ad for the thing, bringing bags of McDonald's into the Oval. Classy. I like gold. I love gold. McNuggets. Perfect. Here she comes. You can hear it inside. Just leave it outside. Sorry.
Yeah, nice to see you.
Nice to meet you. I have your DoorDash order for you, Mr. President.
Oh, that's very nice. Look at this. This doesn't look staged, does it?
They're all your favorite.
He has a history in television. This is why you know. This is how you know. Beg your pardon. That The Apprentice was edited like crazy.
That's right. These are good. DoorDash is doing a good job.
DoorDash is doing great. What is it?
So, the reason for this is the fact.
She knows the reason for it. She knows.
That I heard you picked up an extra $11,000 that you didn't get because the tax bill was so big. The refund was the biggest you've ever had. Is that what I'm saying?
It definitely was. Yeah, I saved over $11,000 by not having to claim.
Was that surprising to you?
It was very surprising. Very
The
surprising.
great big beautiful bill. And that doesn't include overtime in your case. This is only just based on what we did in terms of.
Hustle gigs don't do overtime, stupid.
Every other aspect.
That's not how it works. Tell me you don't know shit about the hustle economy without telling me you don't know shit about the hustle economy.
Of the tax bill, right?
Yes, sir.
So it was 11,000 savings.
Yes, sir.
Isn't that incredible?
So incredible. So great. So good. What's our national debt again?
And that's what it is. The tax.
By the way, super chats count as tips because you don't have to give them. As do the Venmos. This is not salary. You only give it if you like what I'm doing. So if you like what I'm doing, give me a tip. There you go. I mean, if this isn't the very definition of busking online, I don't know what is.
It's really, we call it the great big beautiful bill. We should call it the great big beautiful tax cut bill because
He's a master of rebranding.
It's a tremendous amount of money, and that's overtime. That's also on Social Security, as you know.
Yes.
You look old.
And it's pretty amazing.
Yes, it
Well,
is.
you're really nice. Would you like to do a little news conference with me with these people? These are not the nicest people. They're not nice like you. You know that, right?
I'll do whatever you ask me to do, sir.
So the no tax on tips is something special, right?
It's very special.
And that's the one that really pertains to you more than anything.
Yeah, it does. That's why she's there, and you arranged for this whole thing. The weird part is, holy shit! Oh, thanks. See, that's how the $2 super chat. That is, thank you, both Thanos. That is a tip. If it's just a tip, that's all I ask for. All right. He's talking to her like now. This is a spontaneous event.
Yes, sir.
It's fantastic. So
It's fantastic that at your age you can't just retire and have a regular, a nice life and stuff. And you got to be driving food around because your husband has cancer, and he brings it up in a minute. He's not big on HIPAA.
such an honor to meet you. And I think you voted for me, do you think?
Maybe.
Yeah. I heard you're a great supporter. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Did you? So that's the only reason she got to do it and not somebody else? Not somebody local? What'd you do? Fly her in from Arkansas? Bless her heart if you did.
This over here. And why don't we have a news conference with the press? Want to do it?
Sure.
You don't have to space save too much. I think they're looking about hormone straight and various
Hormone straight.
other things. Do you have any questions?
Yes. Are you insane or just stupid? I mean, you could be both. Probably both. I can do it all.
Mr. President, did you post that picture of yourself depicted as Jesus Christ?
Well, it wasn't the picture. It was me. I did post it, and I thought it was me as the doctor.
That one's sweet. That one I can taste that one like honey on my tongue. That is so bad. That should do it. Shit. Well, all right. I don't know why.
Dumb, silly, stupid, dumb, dumb.
Woo! That should that is the best. Oh, Jane, thank you. That is the best defense you can possibly do, because there is none. What a fucking moron.
And had to do with Red Cross. As a Red Cross worker there, which we support.
No, wait. Whoa. Hold on. There's a Red Cross worker there. Hold on. No. Hold on. Open image, new tab. Okay. Let me get this out here. And then I'm going to blow this up. And no, there is not a Red Cross worker. That's a nurse from apparently 1962. There are no. Maybe the dead guy is a Red Cross worker. Like, we need more of these. I'm gonna bring them back to life. The woman in the sundress is not. The guy in the corner is just fucking MAGA. Is a soldier. There are no Red Cross workers. That's a nurse. That's a nurse. That's all that is. That's motherfucker. All right. I don't even know how. At this point, it doesn't fucking matter. Like, he will clean this up, and a bunch of dickheads will go, "Hey, okay, just accept it and move on. There's enough shit to deal with. I don't need to." They're getting like, I'm getting very Megyn Kelly energy right now, aren't I? Sorry about that.
And only the fake news could come up with that one.
Fuck you, the fake news. This is the picture. What happened? Is this like an episode of The Pit where you just dealt with too many anal blockages and pissing psychopaths, so you ran out of scrubs, so you had to get a bed sheet? The fuck are you talking about? He's wearing the blankets that Jeffrey Epstein allegedly hung himself with. Did anybody else notice that? Did anybody else but yours truly notice that? I mean, it's got to be like he's wearing the. This is the Jeffrey Epstein's actually alive picture, is really what this means. That, holy God, no pun intended. Only the fake news. Shut the fuck up.
So I just heard about it.
You just heard about the thing you posted?
I said, how did they come up with that?
Gee, I have no fucking idea. They must have amazing imaginations. This is the power. I'm in awe. I wish they would all do coloring books. They could see anything. We should put them in charge of the fucking Hubble. Who came up with that?
It's supposed to be me as a doctor.
Sorry, this is like fucking. It's supposed to be me as a doctor. Yeah, because that's how doctors operate. That's it. Yeah, he's giving him a brain scan with the new recombobulator. He can't talk about it. Thank you, Bridget. Thank you for the tip.
Making people better. And
it just gets better, doesn't it? It's just like with every fucking sentence.
Make people better. I make people a lot better. As an example, the 11th.
Oh, shit. Dude, she gets to bring up her husband's physical ailment if she wants to. You don't.
I understand your husband's going through treatment.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He's going through some very serious cancer treatment, so
yes, sir.
This goes a long way.
Yes, sir, it sure does.
It shouldn't have to, you dumb motherfucker.
Mr. President, are another round of talks planned?
Look how miserable that woman is. I feel bad for her. Again, if you're looking for me to like dump on the average person that gets pulled into this horse shit, forget it. Like he's the main receiver always. Like the rest of this is just fucking like, wait till I think he says the thing about trans sports again and watch her response.
And with Iran, and if so, will you send Vice President J.D. Vance in?
Well, he's done a good job. And Steve,
yeah, the RZA.
Steve and Jared, they've all done a very good job. And
good, not great, you know. Also, yeah, I know she's a plant, but that's what I'm saying. They found her because her husband had cancer and she's getting, she got money back on tips. So they called her, said, "You're a Trump voter. Would you like, we could fly you to the White House for a little thing about how good no tax on tips is." And she's like, okay, I don't blame her. Even if she is a plant in that regard, she's still going back to DoorDash tomorrow night.
I can tell you that we've been called by the other side. They'd like to make a deal very badly.
Who? You just said we've killed their leaders. Who the fuck are you talking to? Are the leaders in the room with us, right? Are they in the Rose Garden? Can you smell them? Do they smell like almonds?
Very badly.
What was the sticking point over? You said it was over nuclear.
It was over nuclear, very similar. Yeah, very good. I guess you're listening. It's over the fact that they will never have a nuclear weapon. Iran, you marking it down? Iran will not have a nuclear weapon.
Yeah, they weren't on their way to having one last year. We have no idea what they actually do have. And that means we're going to have boots on the ground because you're going to have to go in and get the shit if it did exist at all. Just saying. All of that uranium has to be removed. And if the government falls or the people that are in charge refuse to remove it, which they so far are, we're going to have to send in people to get it out. Dummy. Oh, thank you so much, Chief, for that. A tip a tip worthy of your town. Oh, thank you so much.
And we agreed to a lot of things, but they didn't agree to that.
Well, then I guess you didn't necessarily agree, did you? because that's not an agreement. I got to keep saying this until this catches on. Trump sucks at deals. He doesn't make deals. He strong arms people. And if the strong arming doesn't work, he fucks off. If it's for a building and he can't strong arm the people into, taking the deal he likes, he just leaves. That's how he always worked. If he has enough money that he can bid more than somebody else, he can strong arm the sale. But if he can't, he just fucks off. He doesn't do deals. And now he's using the US government and the military to strong arm Iran. He's not making a deal. Obama made a fucking deal and it was work. And it was working.
And I think they will agree to it. I'm almost sure.
Who? Who's going to agree to it? You fucking butthole mouth asshole. What? Who can agree to it? On behalf of whom?
But in fact, I am sure of it. If they don't agree, there's no deal. There'll never be a deal. Iran.
If they don't take our deal, there is no deal, which again is not making a deal. It's strong arming.
Will not have a nuclear weapon, and we're going to get the dust back.
Oh, thank God. I was worried about that. If we're, we're going to leave the dust there, or it's a desert. How do you find it amongst all the other dust?
We'll get it back. Either we'll get it back from them or we'll take it.
Great. And then we'll that's what I've always said. If you're going to go in, keep the dust. By the way, is Don Jr. going to go in looking for it? Because he could just hoover it right up. He's like built for it.
President, as far as the naval blockade is concerned, what's the end game? Is it to force Iran back to the negotiating table? Is it to open up the straits so that gas prices ultimately come down?
Maybe everything.
Maybe everything. That's it. That's the definition of everything. Maybe everything.
Both of those things, certainly, and more. We can't let a country blackmail or extort the world, because that's what they're doing. They're really blackmailing the world. We're not.
No, this would be extortion. Blackmailing means they have dirt on you and they're going to show it, like Bibi is with you or Putin. That's blackmail. This is extortion. It's the same thing you're doing to them.
Let that happen. And the amazing thing is, we don't.
Seriously, what is the difference between what the Trump's talk lately, especially, and nice country you got there? It'd be a shame if somebody was to set fire to it.
Can you believe this? We
Thank
don't
you,
need
Big
this. We don't need this shit. We have our own oil.
Can you believe this lady who it is losing money, probably equal to the tax break she got on fuel costs because she drives? Can you believe this? You don't know anything.
Gas, much more than we need. We have.
No, we don't. We use 19 we use 19 million barrels a day. We produce 13.5. 19 million barrels a day is used as fuel in the United States. We produce 13.5. The number of what we're using is bigger than the number of what we're making.
More oil and gas than Saudi Arabia. Think of this. We produce more. Saudi Arabia, and add Russia to it. Substantially more. And by next year, we'll have double that amount.
Nonsense. We are not going to be up to 26 million barrels a day by next year, you fucking idiot. No. It's just not happening. There would have to be an oil rig on I was about to say on every playground, and I'm like, Hal, don't give them any ideas.
So we don't need it, but the world needs it. And many ships are heading to our country right now as we speak to load up with the best. Really, I guess you could say, somebody said the best and sweetest. I don't know exactly what sweet is, but.
Maybe ask somebody what the different types of oil are, why it matters. Maybe just ask. Maybe just, you have the greatest memory ever. Just maybe ask somebody. They'll explain it to you.
When it relates to oil, it's a good
fucking Google it
thing. But they're coming to our country right now. There are many boats coming to our country. Now, it could very well be this is going to be settled before then. We've been called this morning by the right people, the appropriate people, and they want
Who would that be?
to work a deal. They would like to work a deal.
They weren't just working a deal, and they told you to go fuck yourself. Who are you talking about? Honest to God. Who? I even the foreign minister and the people that showed up at the actual, I don't even want to call it a summit because I don't know. Good Lord. In Islamabad, how do we know that those people could actually make and keep a deal in the current state of the country at all? For real? How do you ascertain that they have a functioning system other than they speak for the IRGC? Because that really sounds like you're now just talking to the fucking military.
President, that other countries will assist in this effort to blockade Iran.
Thank you, Sean.
Yeah, other countries are going to also.
Which countries, sir?
We don't need other countries, frankly, but they've
Well, then why would you want them in there clogging up the strait?
offered the services. We'll let it be known probably tomorrow.
Has the
Yeah, it's somebody in the next 2 weeks.
blockade started, sir?
Yeah, started 10 o'clock.
Bishop Robert Barron supports you and your policies.
It's getting droopy face again. Look at the right side of his face.
Praises you for defending religious freedom.
Yeah.
He now says you owe Pope Leo an apology. Will you apologize?
No, I don't, because Pope Leo said things that are wrong. He was very much against what I'm doing with regard to Iran, and you can.
Right, yeah, he feels that way about a lot of wars. I think, all of them.
Not have a nuclear Iran. Pope Leo would not be happy with the end result. You have hundreds of millions of people dead, and it's not going to happen. So I can't. I think he's very weak on crime.
I want to know where that came from. Why? Because he forgives, like, it might be because of immigrants. I think that's what he means. You know what? I've stumbled on it. That's what it is. Yep. It's because he's being kind to immigrants, and he's speaking about being kind to immigrants, and he goes like that. That's what he means by weak on crime. Okay. Yep.
And
that's definitely what it is.
Other things. So I'm not.
And other things.
I mean, he went public. I'm just responding to Pope Leo. And, his brother is a big MAGA person, and he's a great guy, Louis. And I said I like Louis better than I like the Pope. No, you have to have law.
Well, yeah, Louis has lower standards. Butthole mouth.
Order in our country, and that's what we have now. We have the lowest crime numbers we've had in a long time, despite the fact that many criminals were allowed into our country. But we've gotten a lot of them.
Yeah, mostly, friends of yours from overseas.
Out. We've done a great job on crime. So we have the lowest murder rate in 125 years, since 1900, the lowest murder rate. So we believe strongly in law and order, and he seemed to have a problem with that. So there's nothing to apologize for. He's wrong. And the other thing is he didn't like what we're doing with respect to Iran, but Iran is wants to be a nuclear nation.
Yeah, but I thought you obliterated that shit last year.
They can exterminate the.
Also, specifically, his criticism, the Pope's criticism specifically, was with your destroying an entire civilization. I don't know why he'd be touchy about that, but, fucking, it's probably in Matthew, Mark, Luke, or John.
World, not going to happen.
Mr. President, if the deal is not reached by the end of the ceasefire, does your threat from before still stand?
Yeah, I don't want to comment on that, but it won't be pleasant for them. Let me put.
That's a yes.
Do you still plan to target Polish restraining orders?
Has your timetable changed in any way in terms of ending this conflict?
No, it's going on. Because right now there's no fighting. Right now we have a blockade.
Yeah, that's not fighting.
They're doing no business. I didn't like seeing boats come out if they were doing business with Iran, but if they weren't, no boats came out. So now Iran is doing absolutely no business, and we're going to keep it that way very easily. Don't forget, their Navy is gone, their Air Force is gone, their anti-aircraft is gone.
Nope.
Their radar is gone, and their leaders are gone.
Their leaders are gone. So again, who the fuck are you talking to?
It's a lot.
It is a lot. It is a lot. good fucking God. This is so
Dumb, stupid.
It's so dumb.
Dumb, silly, stupid, dumb, dopey, dippy, dumb, stupid, really dumb, moron.
Good Lord.
Coming from predominantly going to China, Mr. President, has Xi Jinping reached out?
No, but we have a very good relationship with China. He would like to see this ended also. He certainly wants it ended. Everyone, I want to see it ended too, but...
Yeah, but it's how you want it ended.
We can't give a nuclear weapon to a group of people that have caused nothing but havoc for 40
Regime change. This is just, by the way, just letting you know. It's already baked in. The 2 weeks are going to come and go. It's going to be an excuse to go back in.
7 years. Look, I'm the president that's done something about it.
Don't tell me I sparked for this. No, you didn't.
This should have been. And many other presidents regret that they didn't.
Nope. Not a one.
Yeah, so I'm doing something.
President, Ukraine impeachment
I'm doing something about it.
documents that were just declassified show that Eric Charamella not only submitted false information, but that he had no direct knowledge of the alleged conversation. It was all hearsay. Do you feel vindicated by those
Yeah, I
documents?
do. They're a bunch of crooked people. You're talking about with respect to all of the things that they put against me. Yeah. Well,
Yeah, just all the
it's
things.
come out that in so many different ways. Thank you very much for that question.
Yeah. I almost didn't call on you because you're a member of my press team.
But in so many different ways, the election was rigged. The 2020 election was
Nope.
rigged. We found that out.
No, you didn't.
What you just said is just a piece of that. It's a big piece, but minor, relatively speaking, compared
A big minor piece. Sure. Mm-hmm.
to what they did. They cheated on the election. They cheated on the vote. And they
Nope.
cheated in every way possible.
No, if they cheated in every way possible, you wouldn't, in theory, be alive, I think, right? Is that the idea?
It's the only way we got an incompetent man to be a president.
It's weird that he got an Infrastructure Act passed and the Chips and Science Act and 2 recovery packages and you didn't. And inflation was going down under him from a spike that was caused during your presidency.
And he was an incompetent man. Many of the things that we're talking about, even including this would have been settled a long time ago, not now. And it should have been settled by other presidents. But the election was a rigged election. We can't let that happen to our country.
It's concealment of exculpatory information. What should happen?
Well, it's a very serious charge against them and the Democrats. They cheat.
Gibberish. Like, I don't even know. I think she's referring to maybe some Jan 6 related stuff. It doesn't matter.
Can't get elected with their policy. So their policy
Oh, yeah, they can. Oh, wait till you see this fall.
is no good. They want to have,
Open borders.
open borders.
Right.
They want to have men playing in women's sport. Do you think that men should play in women's sports?
I really don't have an opinion on that.
You don't, I'll bet you do.
No.
I bet you do. But you're here as an official representative of DoorDash. That's why they made you the T-shirt. And I bet you think trans people are gross. Just say it.
I'm here about no
Pizza.
tax on tips.
Yeah.
Okay. He literally did his own impersonation of the SNL Trump just then. Like his like, look at that. I bet you do.
I really don't have an opinion on that.
You don't, I'll bet you do.
No, I'm here about no tax on tips.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you know how she feels. Yeah, I see. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. Is it your understanding that during this period of time while the U.S. has instituted this naval blockade, that oil companies will be able to send their oil tankers through the strait, get more oil out from this area?
Yeah, I think they're going to be doing very well there, and I think they're doing very well here. You know, a lot of tankers are coming up here. They're coming in empty and out full.
Really? Interesting. Is that how that normally works?
And we have a great capacity to take care of that business.
No, we don't. Again, we use 19 million barrels a day. We produce 13.5.
Ma'am, may we know your name, please? Have you delivered to the White House before?
I have not. My name is Sharon Simmons.
And are the White House good tempers? Do you know?
Are the White House good tippers? Do you know that? I think that's Brian Glenn, and he's been set up to make Trump tip her because that's the part he forgot earlier when she gave this up. Like, look, I've got a tip for you. Huh? He was supposed to do that right out of the gate, and he fucking blew it. Again, this man was a game show host for a fucking decade.
Wait.
Yes, very.
Oh, I forgot. There it is. Look at his face. I'm fucking around, but I'm nailing it. Huh? You don't think about trans. Come on, get the fuck out of here. Ow. Look at that again.
Yes, very.
Good God.
Thank you.
I just got a fucking cringe in my neck that just like, that's going to take a while.
Yes, very.
That's good. Thank you. You reminded me.
Thank you. You reminded me because that was the whole point of the fucking thing, right? That was what we were doing. They told me right as I was walking out to get this that I was going to take the bags and give her, and then I kept it for myself. And I was like, fuck you, lady.
Mr. President, one on Cuba, sir. You previously said that you had no problem with countries sending fuel to Cuba after previously promising to tariff them. What happened? What changed?
Well, we're going to see with Cuba. Cuba's another story. Cuba's been a terribly run country for a long time. It's got a bad system. It's been very oppressive, as you know. And we have a lot of great Cuban Americans, all of whom just about voted for me. And
not anymore.
And, they were treated very badly, in many cases.
Oh, by the way, somebody just said he paid someone. It's a miracle. Wasn't his money. They got it out of White House petty cash. I guarantee it.
Members have been killed. They've been beaten up and mugged, and like terrible things happened in Cuba.
Sorry, they got mugged in Cuba. That's the problem they've had with Castro is all the muggings.
And Cuba's
sorry. So the Cuban dissidents left because of the muggings.
The failing nation, and we're going to do this.
Unfail it.
And we may stop by Cuba after we're finished with this, but Cuba is a nation that was just been horribly run for many years by Castro.
Gee, I never felt such a bond with the Cuban people.
You say based on by who changed your mind?
Regarding those two recent referrals for Letitia James for insurance fraud, do you know if federal prosecutors had evidence to charge?
Well, I don't know. I know she's a very corrupt person. And
someone's asking him a Tish James question, and that again, to borrow something from the Persian Gulf, that ship has sailed.
Talking about the so-called Attorney General of New York, she's a very corrupt person. That's been proven now, and I know they've.
This poor lady, Jesus Christ, she came there to do this stupid fucking sketch. She should have been allowed to just walk into the Oval after she handed it. Would you like to come in and see the Oval, and then have one of the staff take her inside?
I have nothing to do with it, but they're looking at things all over the place. More than
they're trying. They're not finding anything.
One state concerning her and concerning people like Comey, who's a dirty cop. Comey's a dirty cop, and
well, you got to be a dirty cop to get on the inside, undercover, make the criminal think that you like him and get close. Like when you guys met in the beginning, remember that? And you were like, I like this guy. Look how tall he is, central casting and all that shit. And that he had your number.
Cops a bit. Nobody likes the police more than me, law enforcement more than me, but Comey's a totally dirty cop, and we're not gonna stand for it. Yeah.
The UFC fight that's happening at the White House this summer.
Oh, God.
UFC typically numbers those fights consecutively, but should they label this one UFC 1776?
That's a good idea. I'll tell that to Dana White. I like that idea.
Jesus. Is that what, I mean, at this point, that's how they're doing these. So what they do is he has to handle a couple of real questions, and then they enforce a tee up of some softball thing so he can feel happy and keep doing it.
I will say I've been involved with a lot of big events. I've never had an event that's had more interest than the UFC fight that we have right at the front.
Horse shit.
Right there, they're going to start building about a 4,500 seat arena. And then in the back, at the Ellipse, we're going to have maybe 100,000, 50 to 100,000 people. I guess they're building tremendous stages, and we're going to have massive screens of the fight.
Yeah. Won't that be awesome for people who could just stay home and watch it like all the other ones?
And it's a very popular sport, but I have
be a shame if it rained.
Never been involved because of the White House and everything. A lot of reasons for it, but
yeah, it's gross. It's crass. It's violent. It's not. It doesn't fit the honor of the space.
We're having a.
Why don't you just have jousting while you're at it?
Fight at the White House on June 14th, and we're going to have an arena built right at the front door.
Yeah, she heard that whole part. She's not as dense as you. She can remember details that were just said.
And if you want, is your husband up to coming? You think? Does he like UFC?
He might.
If he's feeling good, well,
no.
Make sure you come, okay?
That would be wonderful.
That's
Thank
better
you.
than the tip I just gave you. That's a lot
Yeah, because that money looked fake.
better. But no, if he's feeling good, right? Yeah. Is he doing okay? Is he going to be okay?
He's doing very well. He's doing very well. He actually, during the process, he wrote a book. And
Go ahead, give him the name. Maybe you'll
he hasn't had it published yet, but it's a book on humility.
Oh, all right. Get him a free copy. Why would you do that? There's like no audience for that at all. Why would you even, the irony, a book on humility, Jesus Christ. You might as well have told him it's a book based on the Bible about fitness and exercise.
And his name is Leo, and he's just
good guy.
Doing good. He's doing great.
How long are you married?
We have been married for 6 years.
Oh, so.
But we've, like most people.
Well, people still get married when they're older and stuff, and people get married for, Yeah, if you're, 60? He must be 140.
We've been together for over 10, so.
That's very good. Well, that's very nice to say hello to him. He's going to be good. Okay, he's going to get better and he's going to be good.
Yes.
This is him healing with his Jesus energy. If you want me to lay hands on him, I can. But it might get makeup on his face.
Good. Well, I want to thank you all, and I especially want to thank you for being here.
Well, I want to thank you for.
She's trying to finish what she was supposed to do when she brought the bags in the beginning, bless her heart. They gave her very direct instructions about what she was going to do, how it was going to go, and then she was going to leave. And that's how it works. And she was like, you show up, hit the bags, say, thank you for no tax on tips. He'll say, oh, it's no tax on tips. He'll take the bags. He'll hand them to somebody else. He'll give you $100 as a tip and talk about how you get to keep it. And then you'll leave. And that's how it's supposed to work. You can thank him for no tax on tips and you'll leave. That's exactly how they work this fucking shit out. And he just blathered it the fuck up by dragging her into this, hoping, by the way, that they wouldn't ask tough questions because she was present. Yeah.
The no tax on tips. It has helped my family out immensely, and I definitely appreciate it.
That's so nice. The one thing that
oh God, let her go. Let her just leave. Oftentimes in my moments of ennui, I sit staring out the window of Walter Reed. I mean the Oval, and I think.
And leaving. We've had more good press for change, having to do with the fact that people are receiving more money from their tax refunds than they ever thought possible. We had a man the other day got $5,000, another one got $7,000. They weren't expecting anything like this, and it's because of the great big beautiful bill. And that's why you came, and I really appreciate it. And tell your husband to get better.
I will.
And if he's feeling good, you'll come up and you'll watch that fight.
All
Okay,
right.
June
I
14th.
appreciate it.
All
Thank
right?
you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Any update on
Thank you.
DOJ, though,
Thank
Mr.
you.
President? Who you want to lead DOJ? Any update on who you want to lead DOJ, who you're going to nominate?
Well, I think Todd, that's why he's doing a fantastic job. I will say that. He's a great lawyer. I know that because he's been with me
Your personal lawyer?
a long time.
Yeah. So he technically can't say anything about your stuff with Epstein because attorney-client privilege. Basically, you just spill to that motherfucker, and if he stays in the room, you're good.
So far, he's doing a great job.
Yeah, he'll never pass the Senate,
But we have
even with Republican control.
incredible people in the DOJ, getting better all the time. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you, sir.
And he just leaves her outside.
You want to come in for a second?
Okay, there you go.
Thank you.
For a sec. Thank you for getting the door. She's like, he's fucking born in a barn. I love that. Look at it. Watch how he invites her in, and then and the door's left open. He's like, oh fuck, they're gonna leave the goddamn door open. Let the fucking flies in here. Watch this. Watch her shake her head. I gotta. God damn it. Ugh, God, that was fucking torturous. That was supposed to be short and sweet. By the way, this is what the Trump accounts. They've been trying to push that as well. The White House put out this video.
Yeah, it's what my Trump account looks like. All mine, baby. When a baby is born, money gets invested in their name, and then it just sits there, growing. While I'm still learning shapes, years go by, and when I'm growing up, the money grows up too.
They're trying to pretend that they don't have better AI than this.
One day I could use it for college, to buy a house,
God damn.
maybe to start my own company.
Yeah.
So fierce is the language I speak. Unmatched confidence, my power,
This is the White House. This is the White House account.
my peak.
I'm building wealth, and I can't even walk yet. Boom. All you babies out there, make sure you get signed up.
Jesus Christ. Like, it's so gross. It's so lame. And it's going to be over soon. Now, one of the things we talked about this morning, we're doing okay in time. One of the things we talked about this morning was, of course, Orban lost handily. It was indeed a landslide. He has a 2/3 majority, the new guy. And like, it shouldn't come as any surprise that the still somewhat MAGA faithful, the peanut butter dickhead in his crowd, are not happy about Orban losing. Now, I don't doubt that PDB and these other assholes have business or pleasure in Hungary, and therefore they're nervous about this. So it seems like it from, the posts I've seen. We'll see if it shows up in this. But I think they're going to tell us how it says the Soros organization has taken over. Orban loss sparks Musk slam on Soros. What else is fucking new?
Orban era swept away by Peter Magyar's Hungary election landslide. Alex Soros celebrating, Hillary Clinton celebrating.
Me. I celebrated. Cliff Schechter celebrated. My entire chat room. I mean, you don't think they're real people. And I don't mean that they're bots, but you just don't give a shit. We all celebrated.
Obama celebrating. A bunch of them celebrating. Last minute.
Yeah, is it giving you a headache or something? Or you just get that empty feeling in your forehead?
Putin came to help. Bibi came to help.
Yeah, you think that would put him over the top. Those guys are beloved.
Trump came to help Orban.
Stop helping!
JD went to help. None of it worked.
I think it did. It just worked for the other side.
Ended up losing. And there's a lot.
Sorry. Real quick. I gotta do this. Hold on. Apparently, let me back this up. You said, I want to hear that again, just to make sure I got it right.
JD went to help. None of it worked. Orban ended up losing. And there's a lot to it, Rob. I think you got a video on this one.
Yeah, there we go.
You're 16 years in power. And this is a BBC story. A system condemned by electoral autocracy lies at tatters, defeated by a 45-year-old former party insider who convinced a majority of Hungarians to bring it to the end. We did it, Peter said, told the crowd of cheering supporters beside the river Danube overlooked.
Oh, fuck you, dude. What are you, Candace Owens? The fuck? The river Danube? Come on.
The crowd of cheering supporters beside the river Danube over.
I don't know that this is gonna. I don't think you can recover from that. I'm just guessing. Fuck me. I'm just going. Yeah, like. I just needed to, take a moment. I gotta. But I don't even know if I can. Danube.
Looking.
I love that song, Blue Danube, don't you? It's from the Danube Brothers, I think. I think we got to drop. I think that one could. I think that could CSL. That might belong right next to.
To me, Corona means Italy.
You know what I mean? Or
the Burmese executives. So this Burmesia, they say, pronounce it Burmesia.
Apparently, these assholes went to the same school.
When they gaze upon Yosemite.
Right, and near the Danube. You Danube, dude. I'm just saying. All right.
Budapest, magnificent parliament. On the other side, together we overthrew the Hungarian regime. Is this it, Rob?
This is Viktor Orban last night conceding.
Parliament.
Sorry, 1 second. I've got to prepare for this emotionally if I can. Everybody grab a frothy drink.
Election results based on more than 98% of country voted, counted votes, put his...
He's doing that fucking caffeine leg kick right now. He's not digging this.
Tiza party on...
Look at his fucking chair shake.
Course for an extraordinary 138 seats versus Orban's 55. And the far right, our homeland, on 6. The landslide will not only allow Magyar to overthrow Orban's increasingly unpopular domestic policies, but reset Hungary's global relation. Orban has been a close partner of President Trump, earning...
Oh, Rochester.
And... in-person appearance from the J.D. Vance.
I'm thinking.
What I said in the final week of the campaign. And Russia's Vladimir Putin, and he had become one of the big thorns in the inside of EU and Ukraine. Here's Viktor Orban conceding. Go ahead, Rob.
The election results, although not yet complete, are
pretty complete,
understandable and clear. The election result is painful for us, but clear.
Very clear. Did I mention clear? It's clear. I'm getting the fuck out of clear.
The responsibility and opportunity to govern were not given to us.
Why can't an asshole just get the asshole job? Like, I used to just get the jet. I used to just get it, you know? Why can't I? It's just so clear now.
I congratulated the winning party. Thank you for all your hard work.
There you go. Tom.
So Orban was trying to do two things.
I'm sorry. All right. Not lose and keep winning. Is that he was trying to do two things. Be racist and accessible.
Hungary and California were very similar.
No, California's economy is bigger than Hungary's by a lot.
It's not very big, but...
Excuse me?
It was full of corruption, all kinds of problems going on. And Orban's been trying to make good relationships internationally.
Come on, dude. literally, Hungary, it ranks 84th in world corruption. It is the most corrupt country in Europe.
Such as Trump, such as Putin.
Yeah, great guys who totally believe in democracy and fairness and rule of law, and especially when it comes to crony capitalism, they're like, no way, buddy.
Sort of interesting, and he was the one guy you saw on the end of his campaign, both Putin and Trump were saying, I hope this guy wins.
Why is that weird? Trump and Putin are always on the same side.
Meanwhile, everybody else on the liberal globalist side say no. So Orban, people that are...
Sorry, so your definition of being anti-globalist is Vladimir Putin, who's currently engaged in empire, in empire building specifically, and that Donald Trump, who is currently engaged in empire building.
There said, no, he was a continuation of the corruption. He was trying to fix things domestically, and he did some things domestically that were really unpopular.
Yeah, like making the corruption worse.
And then he was trying to be a peacemaker and do things, on the world stage. People say, how can you call him a peacemaker?
Yes, people are like, you're a fucking moron. What do you mean peacemaker?
Right, okay. Well, the answer is Hungary is California, and this guy was actually trying to correct part of it.
Sorry, Hungary is California. So it has a bigger economy than whatever, all but 3 other EU states. Is that your sales pitch? Because that's the case with California.
He was part of it because he had kind of, his political career come up through it. And
through the corruption.
Now you had an opportunity for a conservative-minded guy in Hungary in the middle of the war and the economy and everything. The people said no. Not by a landslide, but people said no.
It's a landslide. It's a fucking landslide. It's like 138 seats to 40 or some shit. Yeah. Look, if Trump's like slicing by in the swing states was a fucking landslide and Trump won't stop talking about it. This was a clear one in Hungary.
So that's what's going on. And this is why.
No, it's not at all what's going on. You're a silly person.
Guess what? Now Soros is happy, Hillary's happy, Obama's happy, I say happy because all of them have put out statements of support. Meanwhile, the more conservative side of Earth is coming out and saying...
Of Earth?
Man, this sucks. I thought there was an opportunity to turn the corner on Hungary. But you know what?
Turn the corner? The dude's been in charge for 16 fucking years. They're the most corrupt country in the EU, period. What corner? That away from corruption being policed at all? Aha.
The Hungarian people are fed up. And what the vote was in Hungary, you know what it was, Pat?
What's that?
Anything but this.
So it's not popular.
And when voters do that, sometimes you get unintended consequences on elections. And that's what's happened here.
No, it hasn't. They didn't fucking... this dude isn't like the Hungarian AOC or Bernie Sanders, you dipshit.
Yeah, so if you go, by the way, if you got
Alex totally.
Soros's tweet, Rob, if you want to pull it up, go to Alex Soros's tweet. I just send it to you. If you go to his account, you'll be able to find it. It's not a big deal. Just go. There you go.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
Okay. So here's a tweet. The people of Hungary have taken back their country. A resounding rejection of entrenched corruption and foreign interference. If you go a little bit lower, look at the first tweet. Elon Musk, Soros organization has taken over Hungary, and Retard Finder,
which, yeah, that's a source for them,
as imagine the family responsible for the most foreign interference complaining about foreign interference. That's not me saying it. That's a hand.
No, of course not, because you're a pussy. You're not going to actually just stand up for what you believe or what you think. You're going to let someone else do it and use the coward's way of implying by allowing for the inference therein.
That's called I Find Retards. That's the job of that Twitter account. So, Vinny, your thoughts on this?
Yeah, and he found Elon Musk, followed him around, and now he post-tweets it.
Basically, they found one, and I just hope, Pat, that Americans are paying attention. Oh,
we are.
Like, name one thing that name has done positive. Give me.
Okay, hold on. Give me 1 second. Not that familiar with the dude, but let's see. One thing. Let's see. Where's my mouse? Come back here, you silly thing. Oh, there it is. Okay, there we go. Sorry. I got my mouse back. Let's see. List. One moment, please. Okay. Let's well, there's a couple that Vinny might even like. Okay, he chairs the Open Society Foundation, which of course is what Soros started. Of course, this is the thing, which distributes about 1.5 to 1.7 billion dollars a year to support human rights, independent media, fair elections, accountable government in over 100 countries. He manages the foundation, which has that funds groups working for civil rights, rule of law. They won't buy that. That's just too generic. He provided early major funding for Bend the Arc, a Jewish social justice organization that works on combating anti-Semitism and promoting inclusive democracy in the U.S. Through this foundation, he's funded the National Domestic Workers Alliance, which advocates for better wages and protections for about 2.5 million domestic workers in the U.S. That's pretty good. He supported Make the Road New York, which organizes Latino and working class immigrant communities around issues like housing, workplace rights, and education. He sits on the advisory board of Global Witness, which campaigns against environmental destruction and human rights abuses linked to natural resource exploitation, for example, fighting corruption and illegal logging. Through the Alexander Soros Foundation, he's given grants to environmental groups, including the Dan Mission in Cambodia, Rezo Kref in Congo, and the Rainforest Foundation to combat illegal logging in the Amazon. Under his leadership, Open Society announced a roughly $400 million 8-year commitment to support green jobs and climate-friendly economic development, particularly in the global south. He helped funded Seeds of Africa, an education organization serving children in Ethiopia, including a $1 million donation in 2014 to expand school and community programs. Continues broader open society support for economic and social rights. They won't believe that and won't matter. Has directed substantial funding towards pro-democracy campaigns and good governance groups. They'll think that's interference. Personally supports voting rights, gender equality, and reproductive rights. Channels funding to organizations and politicians that align with those causes. There you go. So there's one in there you could find, even if you disagree with the generic kind of helping democracy thing, which I know you don't like, Vinny. Just say the Domestic Workers Rights Foundation, just to help people who are being underpaid or abused or those kind of things. Maybe that would be one thing.
One George Soros positive thing, they're destroyers. Okay, and I hope this sets off alarms. Because think about it. They just took Hungary, one of the most Christians, the last Christian stronghold in Europe, 16 years.
What? You think Hungary's a Christian stronghold? Are you fucking bananas?
They resisted the migrant flood. They resisted Alex and Daddy George. And that slow, like that national security. Now it's basically the walls have been breached. The people behind the push are not even pretending to hide it. And this is, Pat, a red-green alliance. Global Marxists on one side and the Islamic pressure is on the other side, and they're both moving in the same direction. And this is...
Sorry, so George Soros, a Jew, is working to have Islam take over Hungary. Shit. Dude doesn't know where the Vatican is, it seems. Yes, this is true.
Warning shot. Europe is already cooked. And this is what happens when countries stop defending themselves. The leadership falls, the demographic shift, everybody's welcome. Bring everybody in. We don't care. We don't care. Crime rises, faith disappears, and the people who built the country are told to shut up and adapt. And I'm telling you right now, it's coming here. We're the main prize. America is a crown jewel. Look at every single uprising that we've had. BLM, this, burning the street, everything, all these judges, everything is so, every time you link it.
No, they're not every time. No. And Trump is getting annoyed that a lot of his judges are standing on the right side of the law because of the letter of the law and because the value of the Constitution. You tit.
Back to these NGOs and everything, it always leads to the Soros Foundation or something with George Soros, okay? And they're not even high.
No, it doesn't. No. None of these groups need George Soros to care about these issues. You fucking weirdo.
It anymore. So I hope people are waking up, because once
No, they are. Well, I take it back. They are waking up to your bullshit and that ridiculous storyline.
country loses its identity, Pat, getting it back is way harder than getting it in the first place. And they're not hiding it. Anytime Alex Soros, Hillary Clinton, and they're celebrating about something happening over there, it's a bad sign.
Well, for you and your weirdo, paranoid bullshit beliefs, yeah, they cheer for normalcy. Nobody is trying to finally, we can make Hungary un-Hungarian. We can do to Hungary what Trump once done to Gaza.
Period.
Tom.
It's 10 million people over there. There's 10 million people in Hungary. And
yes. How many people are in California? 44 million.
They're all flipping out. And you had this
flipping out. They had the highest turnout in over a decade and a half. They're flipping out to get rid of this. They're flipping over. They're flipping their government, you dumb motherfucker.
Conservative opportunity there.
The guy's a conservative. He was a member of fucking Orban's party. He's basically Marjorie Taylor fucking Greene, you weirdo. He really is. He's he started out as a supporter of Orban's and went, I don't like the fact that he's a corrupt person and that he's stealing assets from the Hungarian people under the guise of security.
Now you've got Soros in there interfering with it. And
it's not interfering with it. He just cheered it along, you dumb motherfucker.
He has a little bit of a bone to pick with Hungary over time, right?
Of course.
A little bit of a bone to pick because they called him out and they knew who he was and he couldn't even go visit what was his country of birth, right?
He's banned in so many countries.
He's banned. Yeah. What does that tell you? And so he's back there trying to manipulate.
That Orban knew that if pro-democracy groups got funding and support, he was fucked, and it didn't work anyways because you can keep Soros out. It doesn't fucking matter.
Because every one of these, you have to understand
You do. You have to understand.
Globalist, populist, and communist movement see every one of these countries like a state. Mm-hmm. There's 10 million people there. There's like almost 3 times that in Florida. Mm-hmm. So think about it. This is like, I don't know what U.S. state has 10 million people in it. I don't know, Missouri or something. Mm-hmm. So this is what they've got. And so they're out there trying to do it. And that's it.
This is what they've got. They're out there trying to do it. And that's it. Yeah, I couldn't. And that's what our position is. And that's what our position is going to be. That it's there and it exists and so forth and so on.
There you go. Adam, any final thoughts?
I'm not the Hungary expert. I'll just say this.
That's never stopped you.
Orban was an extreme nationalist.
He was a corporate cronyist. He wasn't a nationalist, or he would have given contracts to the people of his country instead of just his friends and business associates. Some of which, by the way, are in the Middle East and in Russia. Fucking nationalist. Shut the fuck up.
Hungary first. This other candidate basically was more of a globalist, basically saying...
Basically. He's like, basically.
I'm going to align myself with the EU, with NATO, that kind of...
They're in the EU, you shithead. They are in the EU. Align?
Situation with the globalists, Ukraine, whereas Viktor Orban was basically saying, strong man.
What was he basically saying? Basically? What was he basically? I mean, it's good that you don't know that much about it, but you can sum it up basically.
But here's the most powerful thing.
All right, tell us the most powerful thing.
In any election, the most powerful thing is change.
It is. It's so Obama,
This guy came in and said, listen, you've been doing this for how many years? Almost 20 years with this guy? 20 years?
16.
It's time to go. And at the end of the day,
Yeah, that's not what he sold it on. He didn't just go, aren't you bored? He ran on it like, this guy again? Wouldn't you rather somebody you don't know? I'm running on the devil you don't know ticket.
Democracy showing the people have a voice. The people have a choice. There's a lot of places out there where democracy is fading. At least in Hungary, it appears that it's still there.
Ouch. Man, he just fucking skewered PDB on his way out the door. The people have spoken. Eat it. Also, I think this is a shoe ad.
When we set out to create a shoe that blends comfort, function,
and can leave our logo at any crime scene
and luxury,
we tried to mix FU and unchen.
The choice to make it fast, we had the choice to make it cheap. We chose neither. Instead, we chose Tuscany, Italy.
Right, because that's where a lot of people make shoe lines, you fucking weirdo. Now, before we leave PDB and the boys, can we jump into how they feel about, because they're super excited about, like, oh my God, Orban lost and Trump liked him. Why didn't he win? Meanwhile, oops, they're, I don't know how excited they are. You don't play with God, Trump under fire over Jesus, Trump crime, Jesus, Trump, Christ meme.
So now, Trump does something else that kind of pissed a lot of people off, and this deserves criticism, and it's a well-deserved criticism. He posts a picture of himself that was posted a few months back in February by a guy named Nick Adams. So the original tweet,
we know,
Vinny, I don't know if you know or not.
Yeah, what's somebody else?
The original tweet of this is actually not him. The original tweet of this was a guy named Nick Adams.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, but this isn't Nick Adams' actual one. They updated it. He stole Nick Adams.
He posted this in February of sometime.
Show Nick Adams one, where there's just angels and not the weird demon and the soldiers.
This year, and the only difference is,
the only difference is the giant demon looking over him.
People are talking about, Rob. It was on my notes. I don't know if you want to go to it. If you want to pull it up, I'll text it to you as well. Both ways you have it. I just texted it to you. There is a picture of comparing the two that you have. Is that the one I just sent you? Yeah, there you go. So if you look at this, Nick Adams tweeted this in February, but then something changed. Go to the right one, the one on the right. So this one has the...
Yeah, that's Nick Adams' one. There's the soldiers. It's basically the same one.
Soldiers in the back, and then come back February.
Dead soldiers from Iran looking down on him going, hey, what about us?
Fourth, and then you want to come back. America has been sick for a long time. President Trump is healing this nation. And then go to the new one that the president tweets. And so the president tweets this one.
Who's that?
Yeah, so the one in the middle, people are like, well, what is that? What is that person? So anyway.
Yeah, it's the demon Colombia, of which Washington is a district, who oversees us with one tit hanging out and something like that.
I'll pause here, Vinny. Your thoughts on this?
Well, I mean,
the president.
Okay, well,
go, Vinny. Come on, defend him like you defend Orban.
If I'm assuming, what is that? Is that the Antichrist? Is that?
No, he's the Antichrist. That's like a Luciferian fallen angel demon that just he has an assistant or something.
A demon? Why of all the things that you change, you just change that thing? So this.
Yeah, that's weird. Let me think about that for a second. Why? Okay. And just think of it. And honestly, let's, I mean, it's important to ruminate about some of these things, right? You know, you want to go through some of these. It's like, why would you get a picture? It's crass. It's stupid. It's religiously discriminatory and dismissive. And why not just take that, just throw it right up there? It's got soldiers looking down at you from heaven, which is gross and pathetic, and using our dead heroes as props, basically, and your weird Jesus fantasy you have of yourself. But why would you leave the rest of the picture? I'm thinking about it. Leave the rest of the picture, and then the only thing you change is that you want it to look like you're supported by demons. Why would that be? It's going to be a... Oh, man. I'm going to have to go with... All right. I think I've got an answer. Because you're so Christian, you feel, and so tied to Christ, that you feel like you can be ironic and people will get it and it'll be hilarious because you're so Christ-like that it just is an obvious piece of humor. God damn it. I almost had it. I don't know what's the, yeah, my second answer was going to be, of course, because you worship Satan as much as you worship anything else.
Questions, but listen, in Galatians chapter 6, verse 7, Pat, it says, God will not be mocked.
Well, apparently he's wrong. What do we have for him, Johnny?
Period. End of story.
Well, no, there was more story after this. There's a lot of books after Galatians.
Full stop. I know we're talking about Catholics and Jews and all that stuff, but I mean, look at the track record. I played a video a long time ago saying that Trump said that he is not a Christian. Then he also did on Air Force One, he said, I'm not.
But we're doing God and religion now. We're doing God. We're doing God.
Very fast. I'm not going to heaven. Okay. And then.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what do you think? You know, a 27 times rapist who's unrepentant about it is gonna say. He's gonna brag about it, I would think.
When he got sworn in, he didn't put his hand on the Bible. I know that's not a huge deal.
It's kind of a huge deal. Yeah, it is a huge deal. I mean, I'm glad that you're bringing it up again.
But the Bible's right there. I think Melania was holding it.
Oh, yeah. I was amazed she didn't burst into flames.
He didn't put his hand on it. This type of stuff, Pat, and again, people, like you said, can have their opinions and everybody has their thing. I'm not a fan of that and putting it there.
Yeah, but you're not going to do anything about it. He's going to mock God right to your fucking face. He's not going to put his hand on the Bible. He's going to say, I'm going to hell, basically. And that he's not a Christian. He's going to say that over and over. And what are you going to do? You're going to open up your fucking mouth and pelican his nuts like you do every time. So who gives a shit?
And adding the demon, whatever the heck that is in the back.
You think he did, like somebody probably forgot, somebody had edited.
He forgot.
Edited. And then he retweets it. It's not like it's a.
What was it? Why was it on his phone? What do you mean retweets it? It was a direct post, fuckwad. He took the other one. He or somebody around him made modifications. He liked it and posted it. Or do you think Netanyahu's got his password and he's trying to fuck with you again?
I don't know if we can show this picture here,
Probably
Rob,
not.
on. So you may want to change this phone. Go ahead, Adam.
You're asking the question of whether that
Well, let me go to Tom. Now, let me go to Tom. Tom, your thoughts on the picture of the president posting that? How do you feel about that?
Look,
hey, don't make me fucking.
There's like a meme a day, a meme.
Yeah, it's nothing. I mean, what's the big deal? He declares himself Christ. It's not like that's in Revelation. Oh shit.
Week, and you put something like this.
He didn't put something like this. He didn't take Neil's fucking post and repost it. He didn't retruth it or retroth it. He downloaded it. He captured it, and then they made changes to it. And the changes seem to involve a demon backing him up.
I don't know how to interpret it.
Well, too bad, fuckwad. It's your job. There's your turd. Start polishing.
Didn't come with like a commentary. It
didn't come with a commentary. It speaks for itself. He's got magic light coming out of his fucking hands. Oh, look, it's raining. Look up. He's blessing you. He's blessing you again. Congratulations. Oh, I love a rainy night. Such a beautiful sight. All right. Thanks for that, CSL.
Clearly, the original intent from the original author was, hey, he's going to heal the nation. And
right. Like Christ. He didn't put him in a lab coat. He didn't put a stethoscope around his neck. He didn't see him like consoling a fucking cancer patient. He made him Jesus, you dipshit. And he gave him the rags that Epstein hung himself with as his shawl.
He even says, I'm not a spiritual guy. It's kind of like, it's kind of like.
He said the Bible was his favorite book, but he didn't want to name his favorite passage in it because it was too personal.
Charles Barkley saying, man, I'm not a role model. You can make me out to be.
No. People who live as Christians aren't responsible for being a role model. That's not the same thing. That was a moment of humility on Charles Barkley's part. Trump's just a fucking liar.
I'm not a role model. And if this was Mother Teresa here, no one has any trouble with it.
First of all, she's dead. Secondly, she's been sainted. Or they're trying to saint her. Anyways, she also spent her entire life helping the poor. So, and they also would think it was weird. She wouldn't like it, you dumb motherfucker. If you showed a picture like this to Mother Teresa and went, I made this of you, she's like, no, I'm just a humble servant of the God. I don't lay hands on fucking people.
Without the American flag, you know, that this a symbol of healing and touch. And
bullshit.
Things like that.
He's got light coming out of his hands, you weirdo.
I think this is just, you know,
stupid, sacrilegious, lame, blasphemous, gross.
I can't read into it. Maybe he's.
No, yes, you can. Yes, you can. You just won't, you pussy. Jesus Christ.
Saying, you know what? I want to fix things, and I want to bring things.
Oh my God. Shiny enough turd?
Forward. I don't see it religiously.
Oh, come on. There's angels in the background and a demon, and he's got light coming out of his hands, and he's wearing Christ's robes. Stop it. Just stop. Just, you know you're lying. Back out. Just drop, put down the lie, and back away. Just go, you know what?
You know, I see.
I don't know if I like it, Tom. I don't know if I like it.
It's kind of like.
I don't know if I like it.
It's off.
You know why I don't like it, Tom? Like when it comes down to, you know, certain things like with God, I don't know if I'm messing with this. Leave this one alone. You know, go in.
Yes. Excuse me, peanut butter dickhead. It is a little late to expect sanity from the dude you've been filleting for years.
See yourself above every other man. You know, and by the way, this is coming from a guy that's Assyrian. And guess what Assyrians were known for? What
murdering Kurds?
What happened to us? Hey, hey, let's go visit our country, Vinny. Where's our Vinny? Rob, can you pull up on the map Assyria? Pull up on the map Assyria.
Pull that up.
And one.
Well, there's Assyria, you know.
You pull up the president of Assyria.
Mm-hmm.
And here's an Assyrian saying this. Where's our country?
Huh.
Pat, we don't have a country.
Holy Rock.
It's Baghdad. Where Baghdad is.
No, but I want to find out who is the president of Assyria.
There is none.
So what happened to Assyrians? I thought we were the.
Well, the people claiming to be the lineage of the Syrians moved north and retained the territory known as Syria now. And the rest of their bloodline uses a different name.
First warriors, 6,000 years ago, 3,000 years ago.
And now look at you. So sad.
I thought we conquered the biggest. I thought we invented, you know, the
beer,
calendar, math,
irrigation,
you know, the capital.
No, you're thinking of the monks and the Romans.
You know, mercantilism, everything that we have right now, capitalism.
Well, the slave trade, I guess. The mercantile slave trade. Sure.
Can you pull up stuff that Assyrians invented? Assyrian Empire.
Sorry, why would you have to pull that up? You are one. List it, motherfucker.
Invented. Go to what things Assyrian Empire invented. If you go to stuff that they.
Yeah, maybe it was the empire part that, you know, a lot of empires fall. So empires aren't countries. They're countries and their property beyond their borders.
Invented. Okay. From, can you just go to ChatGPT? Yeah. It'll list it out for you if you go there.
Jesus Christ. Imagine needing to go to ChatGPT for your creed.
The stuff that Assyrians invented is
insane.
Insane. I mean, insane. You go read the Bible. Go watch the language Aramaic. Me and Vinny speak Aramaic, right? We're trying to get Tom and Adam and Rob to learn. Rob's the closest so far, but you know, we're math, business, you name it. Assyrians. What happened to the Assyrian Empire?
They spread out and moved north because they were white and cast out by and large by the darker skinned people below them and had separation with them. And that's what drove them even farther north. And a bunch of them moved into Upper Europe and during the, I think, Byzantine Empire and the Ottoman Empire waves, they moved into Spain and places like that, and they assimilated. Stop me if ChatGPT has answered this for you.
We fell. Why did we fall?
probably not enough podcast viewers, I'm going to go with.
Do you know Assyrians were so crazy that they would go get lions to say, you're not the king of the jungle, we are.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how crazy you have to be to say?
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. It's yeah. Did any of them come back?
Hey, we would go kill lions just to say we're the kings of the jungle. We're
sounds like Don Jr.
Syrians.
Yep.
And then what?
Little too cocky.
Little too cocky.
You think
so?
We built
you guys try to build the Tower of Babel.
We built something, a tower.
You guys
try to go to try to
Babel
reach up there
to go and say, hey, God,
humble yourself.
listen, we're kind of stronger than you.
Sit
And then he's
down.
like, wait, who are you guys?
Humble.
Do you know what this thing called the famine is?
Wow.
Yeah.
You're gone. Go ahead, Assyrians.
Yeah.
Okay, now there's still, listen, see a few of us left. We are very aspirational.
That's right.
We survived.
We bought 11 acres. We're trying to build a small little country here in Fort Lauderdale.
Papa Gabriel
right?
could be the godfather.
We believe the future looks bright. But no, I think the part
Oh God, barf.
is there's one thing you don't play with. You just don't. You don't play with God. It's the only.
Well, I mean, you can play. You don't fuck with God, I think is what you mean. You don't mock God directly. I think my God happens to love play. Or he wouldn't make, such an adorable comedian. Thank you, what did they do? And stuff like that. Thank you. I think somebody just Venmo'd me for that. And if they didn't, they certainly should. No, I'm kidding. No, it's just my cousin, actually. And I'm getting a new guitar. That's what that was. So I'll tell you about it after we're done with these idiots.
Thing. Play with anything you want to play with, and I'm somebody, I was, we were with the UFC president, Dana. We're there sitting right next to everybody, family. We spoke to Marco Rubio. We were with everybody 2 days ago with a torn ACL, walking around with a limp from Compton, like that kind of a true, legit limp.
Like you were on the card.
Yeah, exactly. But the point is, I just don't think there's any benefit to things having to do with God.
Wow, that's a great quote. That's it. You want to stick with that one? That's you're gonna fuck me. Hold on.
Hard. Yeah, exactly. But the point.
They weren't calling themselves Assyrians at that point when they moved north. The North Africans and the northern people in the Middle East crossing the Caucasus Mountains and all that kind of stuff. That's who I'm talking about. They were part of that. Of course they were. They just separated from that place.
Is I just don't think there's any benefit to things having to do with God. Leave that one.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, no, well, now I understand your vote for Trump.
Alone. Very simple. I think leave that one alone. That's my feedback. There's no benefit. And listen, is he being funny about it? Is he trying to get under the skin of the Pope? Is he trying to get under the skin of people?
No. He actually believes it, you dumbass.
Is he trying to get another thing that the people are talking about? Of course he is. But
nope. No. It was self-flattery. Fuck you. Or it would have had a message about the Pope. Or what? Like, I'm a real healer, unlike the Pope, right? You think that's below him? He put it up there because he liked the image of himself as Jesus Christ. That's why he posted it. That's why there's no other language in the post. You absolute asshat.
This is one you just avoid. There's no winning here. There's no benefit to it here.
I don't know. I hear your point.
Yeah.
And I'll raise you this. If people still get offended by a Trump tweet, that's on you, bro.
Jesus Christ. Look, they're not offended by a Trump tweet. They're offended by the president of the United States dismissing their religion and claiming himself as God. He's not being cute, you dumb motherfucker. Lord almighty.
I'm not saying you, sir. I'm saying in general. How many times? Oh my God, I can't believe Trump's. What'd he do? Yeah. But we've been seeing this for a decade. He's got his own platform, Truth, to basically say, Twitter, you wouldn't allow it? And I got my own thing. You're not going to silence this guy.
Yeah, nobody is trying to silence him. That's not the point. They are criticizing what he has done.
Every time you freaked out of what he does, you'd go insane.
No, again, this isn't about people who normally criticize. Oh my God, thank you, Wayne, for that super chat. Guitar money. Oh, thank you. It's a gift from EVH for the Nerd Halen shows because we're going to be doing some Sammy Hagar songs. And so they're giving me one of the red EVHs. Isn't that nice? That was super sweet of them. It's got the little stop button on it and the tremolo and stuff. Now I really got to practice. Shit.
So to me, stop being offended. That's number one. Number two, he's the most consequential president in our lifetime by far.
Yeah, that's not a good thing. Why? Because the rest of us are facing the consequences of his bullshit?
Barack Obama, goodbye. Maybe Reagan was. In our lifetime, Trump's the guy. And you know Trump's religion?
How?
Let me tell you Trump's religion.
Money. Rape.
Above all, you know what it is?
Ego. He's going to say outrage. Liberal tears.
America first.
Bullshit.
Straight up. I don't think he's necessarily a God-fearing guy. You know, he'll
not necessarily
call out Allah, praise be Allah. He'll call out the Pope, boom, 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 whatever this picture was. He'll call out Israel. They don't know what the F they're doing. Whatever it is, next thing he's going to go after Buddhists and Hindus. Anyone can get it. You can agree or you can disagree. That's
no. He's the president of the United States. We have a representative government. He's supposed to do his best to represent the people of the country in his behavior as well as his policies. And he didn't run on, I'll tell the Pope, who's really the head of this religion, I'm going to declare myself Jesus. This is, again, more turd polishing.
Fine. But when you come at Trump, don't miss, literally, could have an ear blown off because he's
blown off. He got nicked by a piece of glass from his teleprompter, something he always bragged that he doesn't even need.
Going to come back 10 times harder. You know what's the famous quote about wrestling with a pig? Be careful when you wrestle with a pig because you're going to both end up get dirty, and the pig loves it.
Yep.
Trump's born for this.
But be careful when beside the pig, when you're messing around with Jesus Christ, that's not good. When you're trying to be that guy, and I know he didn't make the meme, he reposted it, but what are you trying?
He didn't. No, Vinny. No, I'm not going to let you give him a break. He didn't repost it. He took it down, he modified it, made it worse, and posted it himself.
To say, and I'm not like, oh my God. I'm just like, bro, he made a great point. Sit that one out. You could talk crap about the Pope and do a 500-word thing to the Pope. That's fine. He's a human being. He's still a man. He's flawed. He sins. Not that guy.
The Pope sins now?
Yeah. What do you mean? Does he sin? Of course.
When we set out
to make a shoe that you can sponge shit off of after a hard day of turd polishing, we decided to make it in Italy because we're only going to sell like 4 of them, one at a time. So one last thing before we go. So much stuff to cover. Yeah, I think this will be it. And I just wanted to leave you with something practical. I got to go, but I appreciate you being here, and I thank you for the support, and I thank you for your eyeballs and your ear holes. It's the greatest gift you can give me, and I understand. I want to thank the trolls and maggots that do show up. That's the thing about giving me your time is no refunds. But I want to leave you something practical. I don't want you to go home empty-headed. Too late, maggots. I want to give you a skill. So we're going to turn to these two guys, since Trump hates Christians and Catholics and the Pope and apparently people in hoodies now. How to spot a demon, explained by an exorcist. Boy, I bet Tucker wished he'd have gotten this lesson before he woke up with his pants around his ankles in that truck stop.
Can you just restate what the qualities are that you see in people that are compatible with demons? Just like
compatible with demons. Who can you think of that would be a good roommate for a demon? Trump. That not like that. Could like if they shared a flat, they'd get along. You know what I mean?
To remember to avoid these things. What are?
Yeah. How do you avoid people who are maybe not demons themselves, but demon adjacent? Okay.
Well, it's basically people that, and this is
basically, thank you, just the basics.
Actually, some of the secondary signs of possession. It's people who have a tendency towards mendacity. Lying all the time.
Trump. Okay, gotcha.
Duplicitous.
Duplicitous. Also, does Tucker mind that you're saying this right to his face, though?
I've made this comment even publicly about certain politicians. You can.
Of course you would make it publicly if you've made it privately. Otherwise, that would make you, wait a second, duplicitous.
Tell that these people are in cahoots with the devil because
in cahoots with the devil. That's going to be like the acoustic album that Motley Crue puts out late in their life when they've just really lost it entirely. In cahoots with the devil. All right.
Fact that every single thing they do maximizes damage within their capacity to do so.
Trump so far.
You get around people. Yeah, you do. You get around people.
Also, people who laugh inappropriately when you say maximize damage.
That are like
that.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, I know them.
Even though they might have a veneer of respectability, they're in a position of authority and they kind of conduct themselves a certain way. Everything they do. I first noticed
they
this.
don't show any, like a normal, I lie, I have lied. I hate lying, but I have done.
But it's a job,
it. But when I do it, I think most people, when they lie, you kind of twitch a little bit. You know,
I don't know that you do. Or you wouldn't have gotten this far in your chosen industry.
Yeah.
It's the people who register no concern at all about lying.
Right. No remorse.
That would be Trump, yeah.
Sign.
Yes.
Do you think?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think they're pushing that Trump isn't responsible for the evil he's doing. He's demon possessed. It's poor, unfortunate little Donnie he's got Donnie Demon on his shoulder and he can't shake it.
Absolutely. Yeah, and that's that psychological compatibility. Or people that are willing to just...
Psychological compatibility with a demon? What are you in fucking couples therapy?
Sacrifice other people for the sake of them getting even some of the most modest of gains, where
so Don Jr. and Eric too. Gotcha. Okay.
Demons will just, they'll be happy to kill a bunch of
school kids, schoolgirls in an attack unprovoked on a country, schoolgirls,
born children in order to empower themselves in relationship to, say one particular politician or another. They're more than happy to do so.
Wow. That you almost said almost nothing just then. Wow. So it's so close to something that I think I might want to say, but I don't know what it means. So I'm going to use stunned as a placeholder for understanding. Oh my God.
The other third sign of...
there are 3 signs? Shouldn't you be able to tell right away? Sulfur? It's got to be sulfur, right? You smell sulfur? Nah, that could just be, an unfortunate bout of the rumbly tumblies.
Preternatural signs. So one is things that are beyond human capacity, which I mentioned, speaking foreign languages, but the other one is...
Oh, yeah, Trump's clear on that one. English is kind of foreign to him. So, all right, half points there.
Occult knowledge.
Occult knowledge. I guess if you'd have to know something about a demon to, like, I don't know, AI one into a scene where it didn't exist before.
And that's in 2 forms. So they'll, I mentioned it earlier, we mentioned it a little bit earlier about this woman who was making theological distinctions.
A woman. Yeah. Should have just said, that's probably one of the traits too. Yeah, that it's a woman making theological distinctions. How do you... No.
Woman was making theological distinctions. This is a form of knowledge that this woman didn't have. But the other...
Yeah, women can't. So I'd ask her any follow-up questions.
One of the occult knowledge is they can know what's going on in the other room. Because as I mentioned, it's all being infused in them as it happens, as it occurs. Because that's how they're designed to know things. That's how God made them to know things. He just infuses them as it happens.
Sorry, God made demons so they could hear what was going on in the next room. Okay, and so what? He made them with that power, and I've just got to get a glass and put it up against the wall in a motel room? Fine.
So they'll actually know, like, what you ate for breakfast this morning, or they'll...
I don't even know what I ate for breakfast this morning.
Know things about your past history.
More than what's on Wikipedia?
One of the things that you'll see from time to time is that they actually know your sinful history. And so if you go into a...
You seem particularly concerned about that one.
And because we see this from time to time. If one of our assistants has
Are you an exorcist? No, I'm an assistant exorcist. Yeah. I can get the demon coffee, or take notes. So there's that. Yeah. I'm assistant to the exorcist. I like to say assistant exorcist because it sounds better. But I'm really assistant to the exorcist. I sort of assist the exorcism by staying out of the way, kind of, basically.
That there's some sin that they haven't confessed, then what happens is the demon knows that. And because as far as the demon is concerned...
Well, I mean, sure, they've got demon Google, I guess, right?
Is if you don't confess your sins, then basically their attitude is, well, then I still have power over you because you're still under me. It's once you confess your sin.
True.
Yeah, then
that is so true. That is so true. Like Donald Trump never believes he has to atone for any sins or ask for forgiveness for anything. So these demons must just have him by the short and curly.
Absolved, and then boom. And so as a result of that, they know that. And so you'll start the session and all the demons will point out, hey, this guy over here, he did X, Y, Z this morning. And this person didn't even see that guy until the session started. So
somehow he knew that I masturbated at a bus stop in front of a bunch of kids, and then came to work that day and put on my frock and went downstairs and downloaded a bunch of untoward files and stuff. Like, he knew it. It's like, it's the last time I do an exorcism on our IT guy.
Have occult knowledge on those particular kinds of things. And so those are kind of the indicators that, like, okay, I'm not dealing with somebody who's that this isn't a psychological issue, this is natural. Now, one of the things that people often ask is, well, what about levitation? Is that a preternatural sign? Yes and no.
Yeah, sometimes people will just levitate just because they're exuberant. You know what I mean? They get excited. There's been accidental levitation, happens all the time.
Because there has been,
don't say has been right in front of Tucker. It hurts.
There's been cases of, like there was a saint in the Catholic Church who would actually levitate when he'd said mass, right? And so, and he was a very saintly.
Did he have two shoes on, and then he slipped his foot out of one shoe, and then he did that thing where he does like this, and you can't see the other foot, and it looks like would he let you look at him from straight on? Did the podium have a little? There was a. You sure he wasn't just lifting himself up on the? All right.
And they even did exorcisms over things. Maybe the guy's possessed and nothing, So
they and then it just turned out he had a gravity problem. Yeah. He had a bad case of gravititis.
Well, the Pharisees accused Jesus of being possessed.
Yes, that's right.
Which is so rude.
That's right. And then, but then you can also have levitation occur in an infested building, which is not too common. So people will be in bed and all of a sudden, boom, they feel themselves getting dragged out or pulled.
I'm going with alien abduction on that one, though. I mean, look, I'm sure the demons and the aliens have some sort of a truce.
Up or lifted up off their bed and that type of thing. People have seen that. That's very rare.
Yes. What about Mary Poppins? What about her? That's a good question, chat room.
Rare, but you as exorcists.
Yeah. Everyone's broken wind in bed, whether they knew it or not, but none so hard as the person that's actually floated out of their bed.
We hear about that from time to time. And so that doesn't necessarily mean the person...
From time to time?
...is possessed. Plus, all the people that are possessed, not everybody levitates when they're possessed.
Yeah. It's like maybe a 15th.
Some do, some don't. And
yeah, it's personal choice. It's a personal demon choice.
So, levitation is just not that common, but you see it from time to time. And so it...
From time to time.
It's not a necessary sign that the person's possessed, but if you see a bunch of...
It could be that they're just a balloon. I tried one afternoon to exorcise the demons from a balloon all day, and I was like, oh, shit. They're made of mylar.
Very signs, around the person, and you're dealing with them. And then you start praying over them, and then the demon morphs or changes shape and levitates. Well, then okay, that's something.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. When that happens, which is happens from time to time.
That's preternatural.
There's a scene in the Gospels in Mark where a man brings his demon-possessed boy who's hurting himself, throwing himself into fires, having seizures.
Yeah, we call that autism now.
And the apostles are unable to exorcise the demon. And Jesus walks up and kind of scolds them and then does so. And they say, why were you able to do it? We weren't. He says, because this kind of demon can only be exorcised through prayer and fasting. What does that mean?
Yeah. So, and I think I know what prayer is, and I think I know what fasting is, but both? What the fuck?
Well, it means that how you get a demon out of somebody.
Hold on. I got to get up. I don't have a yellow legal pad. I'm just going to take notes on my iPad. Please. Let's see, I put this in my notation file on how to get the devil out. I've got a whole thing.
So Christ said, by my name you'll cast out demons. What he did not say is, by my name you'll cast out all demons. And the way we know that is,
oh, shit. Right. Technicality. Yeah, I didn't see that coming. Sorry, my bad. So cast out demons, not all demons. Shit. Should have thought of that.
Precisely.
It said, the devil's in the detail. Oh.
Scene in the Gospels where they were using his name, but it wasn't having the effect. And so they actually have to do.
Maybe they didn't say it loud enough, or
prayer and fasting. And basically,
maybe it was their lisp.
What that means is the prayer is to petition God enough, intercessory prayer, praying to him, asking him to do enough prayers so that the person will actually be liberated. This is one of the reasons why we actually have people praying, like the assistants during the sessions and outside of sessions. We have people that will spend hours.
Prayer warriors.
Praying for the person's liberation so that we get that done.
Yeah, you check that box. You want to check that box. You don't want the exorcist to have to do all this. So we outsource our prayers because he's too busy. He can't sit around praying all day.
The other part is through fasting. Now, the fasting is
one of the slower approaches.
Goes back to St. Paul, where St. Paul says, bring your body under subjection, right? So
Yummy.
You have to fast.
Sorry, bring your body under subjection. Are we talking about? Never mind.
In order to get your lower faculties under control to some.
You know what? I take it back.
Degree. And by doing that, it's a meritorious work which God will actually, and you can offer that so that this person will actually become.
What if you're just doing it to lose those stubborn last 5 pounds?
Liberated.
Does that count too?
In the process. The other reason is an exorcist, so I fast 6 days a week when I'm in session. And the reason for that.
What does that mean?
It means having one moderate meal in the evening. That's it, each day. So I have nothing.
So you don't have breakfast, so you're never breaking your fast. Huh?
Nothing for breakfast, nothing for lunch.
Well, yeah, you can't have breakfast. You can't break your fast with the breakfast. Don't break your fast.
And I have a moderate meal at night, and I do that for 6 days.
I don't know that that's fasting. Fasting is, you can do a water fast, I guess, technically, but fasting is no food, no water. And you can add addendums onto that. If you want, you could say water fast or, that's just OMAD, dude. That's what I do.
And part of that is just to, because when we become, when we get our body under subjection.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm listening.
2 things occur. One, demons don't want to get involved with you. Because
there's nothing left to eat. Your icebox is empty and they get snacky.
They attack you and try and suggest something to you that's contrary to that subjection, you're going to reject it outright.
Have some potato chips. You can only eat one. You can do it. Just have one potato chip. Salty goodness.
You're going to get defeated very easily. And you're going to be, and by that, you're also developing virtues. You're empowered to be able to kick them out much more easily. When we're weak, they can take advantage of us.
Yeah, no, there are no fat priests in exorcism. Santa would fuck this up.
But the other,
even though he was a saint.
Part about it is that, and you've probably noticed this even with yourself, is you start to grow in virtue and you start saying, I got to get this part of my life straightened out. You become much more sensitive in that area that you've cleaned up. So, for example,
sensitive in what area? Oh, that area, right?
Sure. People who
You know, nothing needs to be that clean, Sporto.
Stop using profanity all of a sudden and vulgarities.
Sorry, priests have to stop using vulgarities? This is something they have to work on? What the fuck?
Sudden, when they hear it, it jars them, right? Well, it's the same thing in relationship to demons. So as you fast, if the demons attack you, you're much more sensitive to it, and so that disorder, because you've got it under your body's now rightly ordered, and so.
Sorry, so it'll try and upset you by swearing because you don't swear? How's that shit work?
As a result, you quickly.
I think it's the other way around. Like, that's why I thought The Exorcist was funny. Like, I was not afraid watching The Exorcist. Honestly, the only part that creeped me out was where she like bends over backwards and walks down the stairs. Like that part. Spoiler alert. The rest of it, I was like, this is kind of hilarious.
Protect them, and then so they don't want to attack you. So in addition to they don't want to attack you, but also you have a certain amount of protection, but also you can offer that fasting up so that this person is actually liberated. The people that are possessed sometimes will also need to fast, given the nature of the demon that they're dealing with.
Oh, so you're starving them while they're tied to the bed. Okay, cool.
They need to fast in order to break the possession.
Well, you probably heard a lot
about demons, and nobody knows more about demon sex than I do. All right, that's it. So I hope you guys were taking notes in case you run into anybody who's going to couples counseling with a demon. And the key to fighting off a demon, as far as I understand it, is don't snack between meals. Good advice. Stop it with the fucking swearing all the time. And don't say, vulgar words like shit and snot and poop and dingleberry and nunt. Don't do it. And if you have to, only do it in the presence of a demon to kind of lure them into a false sense of security. That would probably work. That's almost as good as the Kirk Cameron banana video, but nothing will ever be as good as the Kirk Cameron banana video. So there's that. So it's a close third. I have to believe that there's another one out there somewhere. Yeah, no shit. Fuck. Don't say what else or whatever. That's crass and vulgar. Don't say, well, I was about to say it and then I stopped myself, which I'm learning. I'm growing right now as you see it. And also, real quick, if you're thinking about creating an image of yourself as Jesus Christ raising Jeffrey Epstein from the dead, if you're just thinking about doing this, I would suggest, don't, but also if you're going to do it, why the fuck won't this move down? I need more the ability to squeeze it down. Come here, you. Get down here. Yeah, I'll scroll it down like that. Don't put a big demon in the top of it. This big, like, Statue of Liberty emoji demon with wings. Just, it's not a good look. It's confusing. It's, what was the word again? Vulgar. Sure. Thank you, Money Out of Politics, for liking the stream. I appreciate it. That's already happening. I'm going to have my presidential campaign is going to be almost entirely AI. So the only thing it won't be is volunteers. My goal is not needing any money whatsoever. How about that? And the only effort to be put in is by people who go, yeah, I like this guy. This is good. We should try this. Not a dime. Not a fucking dime. I'm even going to localize the AIs that I use, download them, so I'm not even paying a service. How you like them apples? Also, don't wear Jeffrey Epstein's prison tattered garment that he allegedly hung himself with up there. It's a Valkyrie. I don't think it's a Valkyrie. You're giving him too much credit. And also, the plane crash up here that's just about to happen is a little too on the nose as well. I do like that there's fireworks. That's nice. And crowds. And apparently, I think this is H.H. Holmes's hotel. I don't know what that's about. We'll have to look into that. So thank you guys so much. Appreciate everybody watching the morning show. I am not going to apologize for tearing up watching my dad sing Nobody Special, which is a song my uncle wrote, and wearing my dad's shirt today. And that's that. So you guys are wonderful. I will see you tomorrow. Take care of yourselves and take care of somebody else. And if you see, remember, if you see any demons, you should probably check yourself into a hospital. Please. I'm just throwing that out there, that maybe just maybe, maybe work on yourself and go, is it a demon? Or do I need to hydrate? That could be it. All right, you guys are wonderful. I will see you tomorrow. Take care of yourselves and take care of somebody else. Thank you guys for your support for the show and all the tips. It's awesome. Thank you for the Venmo and all that stuff. And I will see you tomorrow. This is the way of the world. All right, enough of me.
I keep a seat where the light won't reach. Whisper low so it sounds like peace. Lay your head, let the ceiling spin. You don't have to begin again. I've been here where the air goes thin. Saw what happens when you tried to win. Better stay where the
Just subscribe, will ya? Like and subscribe. Forgot to say that.
Till you forget what you wanted most. It's just the way of the world. Down in the dirt where the flowers bloom. It's just the way of the world. You'll feel the power of an empty room. It's just the way of the world. Just wait a moment and we'll start again. You are the enemy. My friend, just to keep you where I can see